Start.
I mean, like we do, honestly.
Yeah, it's fair.
Okay, I think it's listening to me now. Whoops. Can you guys talk? I just want to see if it'll... Oh, but you can't hear you guys. Got it. Hold on a second. It's that headset. There we go. Okay, welcome everybody back to the Dorkvision stream. Minor technical difficulties, but the happy's back. So, you guys can watch the Dorkvision stream every Sunday night from 9 p.m. to midnight, Eastern Standard Time again. And you can watch our sister stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, with a different group of people going through the Undermountain. If you want to find Noble Crumpet's books, you can find the Book of Gastromancy and the Guide to Slimes on DriveThruRPG, find the Book of Secrets and my City Generator on the DM's Guild. With all that out of the way, let's get into what happened last time. So, you guys have been exploring the Phamlidanh, and last time, you guys went to meet somebody at the Sangam, thinking it was Thrazir, and apparently it was Thrazir, but
Lies.
it was a lie. That too was a lie, for it was Jael the Shrewd, a Dao genie lord that rules over Phamlidanh, with a proposition for you intrepid heroes to rescue the fourth elemental genie lord, Shizarim the Sagacious. She was last seen going towards the Tines of Myth in search of a mythical artifact, very important to water elementals everywhere. Since they haven't been seen from since, everything's been kind of topsy-turvy, and Zazmabad, the Ifriti Lord, has taken a bit of a stronger command of this place and thrown it out of whack. After your meeting at the Sangam, and getting some nice, interesting Genasi food, you guys headed to the Confluence for answers. You didn't find too much answers about the Tines of Myth, but you did find answers about Tanagrin and Mephistopheles. This led you to go to somebody that deals in information, Mist Splitter, the Jinni, and they were able to trade you some information for a key. But you didn't really know how it worked, so you sought out Smolder, and then Smolder told you how to use it, casting legend lore on the key. And also, there was some guy named Donatar that kept asking for money the whole time. I think
Who's
that's...
cursed?
Yeah, a cursed elf that is cursed to be made of wood because he killed a dryad. He claims it was in self-defense. But yeah, he wants a lot of money, and that's just not possible. So,
Yeah, self-defense. Save it to the. Save
It
it for
is. It's just the nah. Anyway,
Suspicious.
it's just
If
a lot,
nothing else.
and it's sus. So,
And it's sus.
let me... I cannot remember what you guys were doing just last time. I think Amon and Mao were going shopping, and Zumasu and Boomcrash were going to the temples.
I bought a bowl. That's all I remember.
You did buy a
Oh,
bowl for Amon
yeah.
to get better
Yeah.
food, quote unquote.
Yeah,
I was going to
fancy-
go to the temples and pray to primordials to see if they'd listen.
Mm.
Because we're also talking about in our characters, like we want to maybe spend a few days just to get ourselves prepared before going on a perilous journey. Because my powers ain't working, we want to maybe gather information.
Yes, and was it Smolder that was recrafting your mithril armor, and they said that you got 4 days to do it or so?
4 days.
I think so. Yeah, we paid that off, and they said if they do it quickly, they could do that. So we're hoping it'll be done by then.
All right. Yeah, she was going to the Brassworks to do that, since she doesn't have her own facility here. So you can check in on her there if you need to. In the meantimes, let's go to Zumasu and Boomcrash, because I think we ended on Amon and Mao last time. Could be wrong, but either way,
Okay.
forced my hand. Zumasu, Boomcrash, you guys head up towards the Arcane Wreath, where the 4 temples to the 4 inner primordial plane deities, well, not really deities, they're primordials, but where their temples are. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna just take a look for a second, and then I'm kind of like I'm gonna first ask Boomcrash. So, why? I'm just gonna be doing some, seeing communion, seeing what's up. Wondering why you following me. You interested in any of this?
I mostly wanted to check and make sure that you were okay because you kind of drank yourself silly, and that takes a lot of effort, and you're going through some tough stuff. So I want to make sure that you're okay. A, and B, who knows? Maybe check out the Confluence, see if there are any other spells, or go shopping. I don't know. But
Yeah.
This is a place of knowledge, and it would be a good idea to gather as much as I could while I could.
Yeah. I'm kind of just hoping to maybe get some sort of zing back in my step before we have to go on an adventure.
Yeah.
If we got 4 days before my armor is ready, maybe I'll be able to figure out something by then. I figured why not try and commune with primordials, and I'm just trying to decide here which temple might be the best fit.
Well, fire seemed to be very unwelcoming, so I'd go for any of the others. But also, dude, just want to give you heads up, like, yeah, it's a lot of money, but we can absolutely afford it if that's something that you think is worth investing.
Told him
We've
I'd come
raided
back.
2 dragon hordes. Like,
Oh, yeah, no, I gave him a day to kind of like, a few days to think about it. I figure maybe by the end of it, we'll check in with him. I'll probably do it anyway, because I figure it's better to maybe have a little bit of a more optimistic view of things, but I'd probably do it under stipulations that we see him go through the portal and stuff.
yeah,
And maybe
okay.
I can pry for more info, if
Yeah,
it
it
really
just
all it takes.
Zoo, I'm gonna point out that the fact that it's taking you so long reminds me a lot more of Amon or Mao than you. And I don't know, you're changing, and I want you to be cognizant and make sure that you're changing in a way that you like, because you're my friend and I want you to be okay.
Thanks, Bum Crash. I do appreciate it.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to this, and I'm gonna go and check out the confluence, and we'll meet back in towards evening. Does that sound good?
Sounds about right.
Okay.
I guess
Good.
we'll be sticking at the same inn then.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
seems
we're
really
gonna
separate.
stay at the Gawking Human, but I don't know. Let's walk back together as well. It would be good to stick around and stay with a buddy.
I'll meet you by the confluence exit. After I'm
Okay. I'll meet you there, and
All
give you
right.
sort of a nice little pat on the shoulder, and gonna walk my way back up to the library.
Okay. You're heading up there. Zumasu, which of the temples are you going to?
Ishita is the one with water, right?
Yes, that's the one you've been to before. I think you've also been to Kasuth's temple, and did you guys go to the Temple of Grumbar?
I don't think so. We saw the dwarven primordial outside of it as we passed by, though.
Yeah, it has like a big statue, like the others kind of do.
We had spoken with the air elemental. She was the one who gave us the quest, right?
You spoke with the Earth Elemental genie.
Oh, Earth elemental genie.
Yeah.
She's a big 9-foot tall lady made out of
Yes, I'm
rock.
remembering now. She's a stone lady. I'll go to the Grumbar is the one with the earths, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll go to the Grumbar temple.
Right. You head into the temple with its towering gem-studded pillars and the triumphant dwarf-looking figure with the all-around beard carved into its mantle of shoulders. And yeah, it's pretty... It's fairly active in here. There are a lot of earth elementals or earth-adjacent elementals of various different types of mineral formations. You can see like sparkling quartz heads, basalt-like shoulders, like granite chests, and there are a lot of them that are kind of locked in combat, it seems, in various circles spread throughout the room. All of them are like engaging in this ritual combat, fighting each other in a sort of rhythmic pattern, almost as if dancing, but much stronger and swifter and deliberate.
I guess I'll see if there's any onlookers who seem kind of into it, so I can maybe hit them up for some info on what's going on.
There are some onlookers, but nobody's really like cheering or anything. They're just kind of engaged and watching passively. You find a glass genasi that is watching one of the displays. They see you come over and gesture to join them.
Sorry to intrude. I was trying to pay some respect to the Earth primordials, but I'm a little bit curious of this display. What's this whole ritual going on here?
Well, at noonday we fight to please Grumbar, for physical prowess is the highest way that we can honor such a physical lord, one who is completely material, who is not loose like water, not fleeting like wind, and not destructive as fire. It's a way that we can remind ourselves that we are physical beings. And
So,
who are you, by the way, that comes here? My name
Uh,
is Goresta.
Garesta, it's nice to meet you. I'm an adventurer called Zumasu, and I'm looking to kind of expand my wheelhouse in terms of deities and people to honor. So, is it possible for outsiders like myself maybe to participate in this to maybe gain some honor with Grumbar?
Of course. You can grind rep here if you please. I'm sorry.
What-
Uh,
what was the name of her? Astonasi?
her name was Goresta.
Garesta?
Goresta. And she seems to be made of glass. Her features are kind of indistinct because of it. You can only tell that she has eyes, and the rest is kind of reflecting way too much for you to fully make it out. It's got big
That's
T2 energy.
That's freaky as hell.
Welcome.
Where would I go to, I guess, partake in this display?
Simply go to one of the empty circles when somebody finishes, and if a challenger finds you, then you will be found.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting way to both honor and let out a bit of steam. I think I'll partake. Thank you for the tips, and I head over to a circle.
Of course. And you head over to a circle, and you wait. Some time passes as you kind of mull over the decisions that have come to this.
Can I do like an insight on just like I want to see like is the combat to the? I'm gonna guess it's not to the death, but I want to just see how people are fighting. Like, are they using weapons? Is it just fists? Yada yada.
It doesn't seem to be to the death. You don't need to roll to see that. You can just, you can just look around, and nobody seems to be dying from this. In fact, it's almost as if play acting.
Okay, so at best it would be better to just do wrestling from my point of view to prevent injury type thing.
I guess.
Okay.
Eventually, a foot disturbs you as it steps into the ring. You here for Grumbar?
Yes. I'd like to make my presence known for him.
And it shall be. And a rocky humanoid enters the ring with a pseudo crown made out of some sort of strange crystals. And to what will you be fighting with?
I kind of like I kind of put my bag down kind of close by the outside of the circle. Maybe just bare fist for now. I don't want to risk any too distinct harm. I figure basic show of strength might be all I need to do.
I will join you. And they kind of shrug off a feathery mantle, revealing their rocky underside. They seem rather lithe and muscular, although made out of completely stone. He nods to you and says, "Shall we begin?"
Yeah, have at it. I do have the Tavern Brawler feat, which is why I'm cool with this.
Right. I guess make an attack roll.
Okay. Should I just use a hammer as my? Well, a hammer is a D4 or D6. What do I got in here? I think I still have knives. If I could use that as the roll.
Sure, we can just assume it's bludgeoning. And the Tavern Brawler makes it a D4, right?
Yep. I knew it would be useful eventually. Light club. Wait, do I seriously not have any daggers left? Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20 and we'll just add stuff to it. Adds a My proficiency is 5 and my strength is 3, so that's +8.
Okay.
Oh, I only rolled a 2.
Yeah, you did. So, you kind of step forward and let loose your first punch. Ah! And he just sort of catches it and goes, "You must be new here." And he kind
Do I get a
of...
second attack?
yeah, go ahead.
That's a 17.
A 17? That does not hit. You go to swing at him, and he kind of punches you under the gut, or at least makes the attempt. Okay. With his pluses, he will eventually make it over your 21 AC, right?
Yep, 21 AC. So.
Okay. Yeah, he dodges past your second blow and punches you in the gut. "Not so hard, friend. Fight in service of Grumbar, not to kill me." And
Okay.
he kind of leads you along. You don't take too much damage. It's negligible. I'm going to need you instead to make a performance check.
Okay. That's not bad.
It's not bad. He as well makes a performance check as he starts to try and lead you in a ritual prayer fight. And he's leading you around, but he's not really giving you much to go with, but you're able to make up the difference, and you guys do a sort of choreographed fight, almost improvised right there, with each
Are
move...
we doing like stone capoeira? How do you say that?
Capoeira?
Capoeira.
Capoeira. Yeah.
Kind of. It's... You know how earthbenders kind of move in the Avatar
So we're
show?
stomping around and
Yeah, you're like
and
stomping
jumping
around, and in fact there is a drum in the background that you kind of realize that you're eventually in sync with. So you're like, dum, dum, as you move like fist and foot and fist, swinging around each other in this interesting dance. I'm going to have you make one more performance check.
Not better
Okay,
that time.
even better. You're getting the hang of this. Just a little longer.
Reminds me of my training.
It reminds you of your training, yeah. It does remind you of your time back in the Leaf Crown, although less rhythmic it was back then. Make one final performance check.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to call that 3 successes, and you eventually follow through, and this guy ends up on the ground at the end through your strange ritual dance fighting. You seem to have overtaken them as far as the way the dance headed. He nods to you and holds up a hand for you to grab it.
I bring him up, laugh at him, pull him up.
That was excellent. What is your name? I am Boulder Crown.
My name's Zumasu.
It is good to see you in worship of Grumbar. And I take it this is your first time.
Yes. I'm seeking to kind of expand my horizons, as it were. If you know a bit more of what Grumbar is all about, I'd be happy to listen.
Indeed. Though, I admit, most of it is more felt than actually learned, if that makes sense.
If that dance had anything to say, then I kind of get that.
As much as we flow in our dance, Grumbar is very immovable. He resists change, but for that, he's admired for his stubbornness, in that no one will push them around. No one will tell them what to do. In fact, no one tells the Earth what to do. And even mages merely make suggestions. Grumbar is for the people that want to return to everything that was in their traditions. They don't want to go with that flow. They don't want to progress. It's not for everyone. mind you.
Hearing it now, I think you might. I see some merits, of course, to this line of thinking, but you might be right. I might need to keep looking for where I feel most at home. But I really do appreciate your time.
Well, there are many horizons for you to expand under the earth. Be immutable, my friend. Be a mountain that others can stand on. He rests his stone hand on your shoulder.
That's the part I agree with. Having strong convictions seems pretty important in this day and age.
It does. We should stick to our... well, to everything that we know. Have a good day, my new friend Zumosu.
Thank you. And you too, Boulder Crown.
He nods and walks off to challenge another.
I guess I kind of bow and kind of shuffle my way out of the temple, probably thinking for a second, maybe want to try a different one now. After hearing a bit more what it's about.
Shopping around, are we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, Boom Crash, let's go to you for a bit. You're heading up to the confluence once again. You do not see Terowin here. You're not sure where they are. They perhaps went to go sleep in an actual inn for once.
I assume that he does have a life outside of here, so I hope so.
So what are you doing? You were in this vast library, and the staircase leading upstairs is, of course, easily traversed if you wanted to talk to the oldies again.
Maybe not immediately. I'm mostly just looking for spell books so I can learn more spells and add to my spell list.
Okay. Are you looking for any spells in particular?
I am looking for Wall of Force and Absorb Elements, and I know you gave me a spell list to look up and check out, but I already forgot what that was.
That's okay. So, I believe we're gonna have you make a straight intelligence check as you try to navigate this library. In spite of your training, the Dewey Decimal System does not seem to exist here. Not sure what the exact way that they're organizing things is. Even if it was, a lot of these books vastly are unrelated to each other, in being mostly scribbled notes by mages that have come and gone from the place. It is very difficult to find the exact thing that you want. So I'm going to say it will take you a bit of time. This failure will basically cost you a lot of time. So you spend kind of half of the day here, but make a new check to see if you can still find these spells today. Or if you want to try something else.
Let's be honest, no one remembers the Dewey's Decimal System.
I mean, we have a couple of days, and I intend to spend a couple of days here because this is where I'm most useful, so... I mean, I might roll a whole lot of crap, but let's hope I don't. Oh, haha!
Okay. After several hours, you do find what you are looking for. You find at least the elemental one?
Absorb Elements.
Absorb Elements. Yeah, you definitely can find that one. You've also found an interesting spell called Mind Whip.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It was in your searches, but it caught your eye because it can deal psychic damage to opponents and basically slow them for a turn.
Oh, that would be fabulous. I love
by
that.
slow, I mean the slow spell effect, in that it forces them to either take an action, a bonus action, or move. They cannot do all three.
Okay. Can I copy both into my spellbook today?
You can.
With the proper expenditure. Okay,
Yeah.
I will do that then.
Tasha's Mind Whip is what the proper name of the spell is called. It's a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
And it's enchantment, if that matters.
Well, kind of not really.
It matters because it's not abjuration.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you. I'm very happy.
Right. You head through all of those books, and you're able to find what you were looking for, and a bit of extra. Mon Mao, you guys are in the shopping district, in the Genasi Hold or Coral Ruins. Where are you at, and what you want to do?
Okay, Mao, do you have anything that you need to shop for? Let's go.
Nothing in particular.
Okay, what I need is to buy some expensive ass incense because I want to cast some divination, and that requires like 25 gold points worth of sacrifices to be made. So I'm sure someone will sell incense of some kind. So I gotta look for that first.
Yeah, sure. Do you just want to look around or ask around?
I want to talk to people.
Okay, then
Fine,
make an
I'll do it.
intelligence-based investigation check.
Oh no.
I can ask people.
Then that would be a charisma-based investigation check.
You do yours, and I'll go bug this person.
I can't read.
Shit.
Did you guys get separated?
This is an off day.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even find a place that is advertising their incense because of all the
Hold-
smoke in the air
Hold
already.
on. Oh, Chris. Inspiration. I will not make a fool of myself now. Is it a waste? Probably.
You can certainly try.
It wasn't a waste. It's like, wait a minute. I just need to look. Look, I need to turn my head right side up. That I can read.
Well,
Eyes open or closed? How about now?
you come across a hint of like some sort of herbaceous smell on the smoke filling Genasi Hold. It kind of takes you down into the lower spires a bit as you follow its source. Mao is continuing to ask people for incense, but eventually you're able to come across an actual incense place. It's unnamed, but it does seem to strictly sell incense and other burnable materials.
That seems good.
Indeed.
I walk in.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
I assume this is the place, right?
Yeah. I forgot that you need to walk into stores. You
It's
can't stare.
It's
and just stare.
unfortunate. You find an Ash Genasi. Hey, I'm Ash. Welcome to my store. Are you here for incense, candles, special wax, any sorts of rare herbs?
Incense. And I'm gonna just count the 25 gold points and just put it down. What can this get me?
This can get you some rather nice incense if that's what you're looking for. Hold on a second. Let me go in back and see if I can find something nice for you. And they go in back, leaving you guys to peruse the store for a bit.
Does this place smell like a Yankee Candle store?
It smells a bit worse.
Okay, so it's just like overpowering smells of every single sorts.
Yes.
Oh, you could get poison, maybe.
Nah, just a tummy ache. Maybe a headache.
It's mostly just filled with smoke. There's a lot of sample braziers, like, out in the open, hanging from the ceiling on little dangly chains for people to put stuff in and burn. But the
Smoke
entire
bombs?
shop is filled with smoke.
Smoke bombs.
Maybe.
Well, after a few more minutes pass, Ash returns. Here you go. I think you'll be interested in this special sort of incense. It's packed tight with rare sages and mints, but not from here, from Arborea. It's an interesting world filled with very celestial things. You will not regret this incense, and what you've given me will cover it. Will this do?
Yes. And I just nod, slowly pocket the thing, and and I'm just gonna awkwardly nod again and then head on out.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Mister, I believe you've forgotten something.
I think he paid you and got his goods. What could he have forgotten?
Why, this. My special discount. And he hands you a piece of paper, Amon.
Is that his number?
I'll guess I'll take it. Is there anything written on it or such? Or was it?
It was folded in half.
Okay, can I unfold it?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh
Insight
no,
check.
it's gonna be filled with something and spill it all over the floor.
Maybe it's good kush. Don't
Why,
drop
why did I use my inspiration?
it.
Finally, I get to make a fool out of you. You unfold it, and it drops on the floor. You pick it up again. And there is something written on it. It says, The Choke House, 8 p.m., and it has a winky face on it.
Yes!
Oh, okay.
You look up at Ash, and, well, they are just kind of cocked over their, like, hand and their elbow on the desk, not the desk, the counter. And they're just kind of raised eyebrows at you.
I'm gonna raise my eyebrow myself because I have no idea what this is about. Actually,
Well, I'm
since
sure Mao will be able to tell you.
Insight check. 15.
Yeah, it's not entirely obvious, but it seems that Ash wants something from Amon. It's not something you're familiar with, Mao.
Yeah, it's fine. That's
God damn
great.
it. The two
Wow,
characters
guys.
that are the least, like, aware.
yeah,
I just, yeah, as you step out, I'm just like, I think they want something from you.
it's like I shrug and it's like I just gonna nod and then just make my way out. I was like, I'll ask someone else about this. I have no idea what's going on here.
Right? You leave the shop. Don't be strangers now. And leave. Out into the ashen-filled streets of the lower spires. Where to next?
I wish I could just, like, hit somebody. This place is too lawful. I don't know.
Actually, lawful? Like, yeah, sure, it's transaction based, but it doesn't seem necessarily like super lawful.
You know what, then? Let's go find a seedy spot before we go and meet up with everyone.
There's a lot of seedy spots around the lower spires where you guys have found the incense.
Any poison shops?
Well, let's see if you can find one.
Herbalists? Things of, intricate plant nature that might kill someone? Would you like me to roll?
Well, same thing as before. It's going to be a bit difficult of a charisma check if you attempt that. Yeah, it will be because you're looking for something naughty.
I'm looking for medicine. That
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, and the way that you're saying it makes it naughty and difficult.
I'm looking for medicine that doesn't work.
It's just a candy source, so you can just make your own placebo.
So, with that,
Here.
Here's some gumdrop buttons.
Yeah, just
Choke
have,
on them.
yeah,
do you have
just this-
proficiency in investigation at all? No?
No, not investigation. You said charisma, so I didn't know if I was rolling to ask.
It's a charisma-based investigation check, sorry.
Ah. I do not have.
Okay, so it is just charisma then.
Yeah.
So you start asking around, and the people down here do seem to understand what you're getting at and don't seem to rat you out. So they seem to at least be
I'll tack on. I'm an adventurer. We go out and hunt stuff all the time.
Well, they seem to understand your thieves' cant, if you get what I'm saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Stab, stab. Yeah, got it.
You understand your drive.
But they don't seem to be able to help you.
Hmm.
They don't seem to want to risk it. So you found out that there are roguish types down here. But your charisma check wasn't high enough.
All right. Well, then, I mean, I guess start looking around for anything else more common, like people who make potions, because they might have access to similar, like, herbs and things.
Well, Amon does know of a potion shop down here. least. Pyramine's potions was near where he met Trazir.
You know where I can get some poison? I look at Amon.
Well, not really. Then
Ugh.
there is a potion shop, but that seems to be more of a legit business.
Legit businesses sometimes do shady things. I'll go there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't know if they sold oils or not, because that's probably what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You guys head to Pyramine's potions, and you see Pyramind with their like sort of face of stone and mane of fire. They are in fact a fire genasi. They've got like striations of red lining throughout their body. They welcome you inside. Hello, can I help you? We have fire potions here, available for you all.
Yeah, fire resistant doesn't do too much for me, but
Oh,
thank
not
you.
just fire resistance, fire enhancing, and fire creating.
How much? This is way better than what I was looking for.
I'm glad that you asked, my dear. Well, you can get this potion of laser eyes. It always intrigues
shit,
the
yeah, I
locals.
forgot.
I think you have one of those.
I do!
Yeah. I gave one to you, honey.
Oh, shit, this is where Boom Crash got them from.
There's
Mama Bird
also,
loves you.
There's also this potion that increases the efficacy of any fire magic that you might be channeling through your body. Whatever that might be. There's a potions of fire breathing, and, as you've noted, fire resistance. There's also, of course, these, well, explosive ones, if that floats your boat more.
Radius? Damage type?
Well, it's just about as effective as a fireball, if I should say so myself.
How much?
Oh, so they do pique your interest. Well,
I would have walked out if they didn't. Please tell me how much.
let's not be too hasty. These can fetch you upwards of 1,000 gold pieces for a set of 3. And he holds up 3, like, not glowing, shiny golden beads.
1,000 for 3?
Well, sure. Each one is a fireball in of itself.
I will give him 500 platinum.
Oh,
Which is 5,000 gold.
a big spender, I see. Can I not interest you in other things as well?
If you've got something amazing that might actually like interest me, sure, go ahead. Try and do your salesman pitch. Can I like bag these? Do they not need to like bounce or something?
I would be careful with them, but they usually need to be struck against a hefty stone surface, or somebody's skull might do.
Oh my god,
In a
they're
pinch.
the little snap pops that you throw on the ground.
Well, it's more like a necklace of fireballs.
What happens if you strike multiple at the same time?
The same thing that happens if you do so with a necklace of fireballs. It increases the spell level.
Okay. I'm picturing bad things happening with the bag.
And the saving throw is 15, by the way. And you've gotten 9 of them now?
I gave 800 platinum pieces, so that's...
Oh, I thought you said 500.
Oh, sorry, 5. 5
Oh, 5 times
500
3.
5 times 3, 15.
Oh, sure. Why not? Have 15
Is
fireballs.
there that many?
They're all
Does he not
one
have enough?
He has about that many. He's pretty much cleared out. That's why he was trying to push you away from buying them all.
But they're all level 1. They're all the regular fireball level, where just an extra bead would increase the level by 1, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to think mechanically. Alright.
I don't know how spells work. These are just funny little bombs that I can throw.
We
Yeah,
also
but you're
have...
the one who has them for note's sake.
We also have fire oil, which can be spread upon your weapon and granted a bit of extra damage for about 10 minutes they tend to last.
Pull out Cinder Smite from my bag real quick, and I do that thing like Jason Momoa does with like the folding chair, and it pops out and it's on fire. All set.
Oh. Well, I certainly hope that those beads come in helpful to you. There's lots of potent, fiery unguents in there, so again, be careful.
I think I've got it. Thanks, though.
Can I interest you in anything else today?
Nah, I'm good. Thank you, though. No, this is nice. I like this. Keep doing what you're doing. All of this is great. Your whole aesthetic is great.
Very good. Remember to tell your friends that it came from Pyremind.
Just kind of do a little sure.
Not
and
the
back out
victims.
as a-
They won't care.
They won't know. Don't worry.
Ta-ta for now. Can I help you, my, human friend? He mistakes you for you. Come on.
No, I'm good. I mostly followed this. I'm gonna just point to Mao, wagging finger.
I did think that you came in here before, but that's fine. Have fun, you two.
I just got a nod. It's like, all right. Any other task that needs being done? Because if not, I think I'm gonna head on back. I got some questions to ask.
I literally have nothing to do here. I'm just waiting on you guys so I can get back to Alori and kill people.
It's like, I'm just gonna be awkward about it because it's like because I'm the reason why you're so damn antsy. But
A little bit, but I'm dealing with it. It's fine. Just
also it's your problem, not mine. So I'm gonna ignore it.
I'm dealing
Anyway.
with it.
So in that case, I think I'm gonna just head on back.
To where? To the confluence or
Uh,
to the
the
gawking human?
Talking human, because if there's no more to shop, also there's like 2 more days we gotta wait, right?
Do you plan on going to sleep with your weird, vibrant rainbow eyes?
I can't. That's
Oh
the problem.
yeah.
I
Okay.
can't.
That's right.
Nice. So I can take a nap for like the first time in ever and not care if anyone's gonna fall asleep.
Right. Oh man, I gotta suffer exhaustion from this. Like,
Yes, you
like,
are.
You certainly are.
yeah, 2 days worth of exhaustion. All right.
Okay,
Well,
if we didn't have to stay a day, we have to stay a day at least to get it back to the
Yeah.
exhaustion.
I actually, now that this has come up, I do have a shopping list. I
Okay.
need to buy I need to buy diamonds so I can cast Greater Restoration to cure my exhaustion.
Well, if you're gonna go find no,
Or resurrection because we're gonna die. Please.
Yeah, you could just
mean-
rest to get rid of exhaustion.
Yeah, it's weird
Nuts.
how that works.
Are you nuts? Taking a break?
Okay, don't get too
can I-
real.
Can I buy you an extra diamond so that way you can fix this? And I point to the missing tooth. I would love to not have to deal with this.
Well, what do you mean?
I tongue it with my, just like the hole in my teeth. Like it's just
Nice
weird.
hit.
It's not there. It's just kind of strange. I don't like it.
It's like, I mean, I'm sure you could just buy a gold tooth. All right, fine.
That's not a bad idea.
Let's actually try to get. Let's actually try to get another diamond. Actually, 2 more diamonds.
I don't even.
Let's
where
get
would
as
we
many
go?
diamonds as we can get.
We
Please.
can afford it.
Sure. That's so. I'm just gonna barge into the store again. It's like, hey, do you know any jewelers around here?
Jewelers. You won't find those down here. They're more in the, upper forums, maybe even the hold.
Thank you. And then I'm just going to apparently it's back up there. So time to climb the stairs again.
All right.
All right. We gotta just Naruto run to up the stairs, I guess. Both of us are fast enough to do that.
I saw someone Naruto run across the street yesterday. Just thought I'd bring that
Really?
up. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it
It's
was,
They have-
12-year-old kid.
it was my only criticism is they didn't put 100% into it. Their arms were very floppy.
Oh.
So-
Didn't Naruto run that good enough?
They were also alone, so it's not like they were doing it ironically for like their friends or something.
So
Yeah.
judgy.
If you're gonna
Anyway.
commit. Commit.
Yeah, commit to the
exactly.
bit.
Commit to the bit. That's what I say. So,
Now we're gonna go find some bit of diamonds.
yeah. See if you can find somebody that sells gems.
You know who sells gems?
I
Brazier.
don't. Oh.
And you know who doesn't sell us diamonds? Thrazier.
Shit, that's true. He likes to hoard them. Asshole. We went to a fancy place before. We went to the Vault of Splendors. Did we see gem encrusted stuff there? Anything that had to do with gems?
You didn't explore it very much. I only gave you 1 or 2 random things that you passed by.
Okay. I just didn't know if we looked in.
Well, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to look in that specific place, you can go there. You can also just make the same sort of investigation checks using charisma or intelligence.
Yeah, I'll ask around.
Okay.
Nope, not a good day.
These people don't want to talk to you. It's kind of
Fuck
weird.
off.
It's like they don't like that missing tooth.
Shit. Are you doing any investigations, or is that we're just gonna give up and just go back?
I mean, I guess I should do some investigation myself.
Yeah.
Maybe
I was kind of waiting because I figured you were both looking.
Okay. Investigations. It's just that Mao that generally tends to do better at these.
Yeah.
Like
Like
You
this.
know.
So you don't find what you're looking for. You do eventually stumble into, we'll say, Fossils Fabrics store, which is over yonder.
Mm-hmm.
As you look inside, you start asking around, like, hey, does anybody sell gems in here? And you find an earth genasi embedded with impressions of fossilized creatures and plants all over their body. Some are glowing with the trademark genasi striations that they have. He turns towards you guys at the entrance. He's wearing a cape of sorts. And he says, sorry, my gems are all in use, I'm afraid. But you're welcome to
Well,
look
can-
around the store. If you find something that might have the gems that you want, you could purchase that.
Just better
we
sure,
need an
fine.
actual. Well, we need an actual like store. If you don't know any, sorry to have wasted your time.
Oh, no, please. I don't get so much business, especially from outsiders. But perhaps I could interest you in venturing types in, well, something to protect you, or something to increase your movement, or help you move around. A very popular thing amongst you folks is the, what is it? Yes, there's one over here. It's called a carpet of flying.
Oh, what?
And he places it on the ground and then just speaks a command word as he's standing on it, and it rises up in the air. It's a carpet of flying. You see, my work does need a lot of gems, but they're not for nothing.
I just kind of look up at him. I'm just like, that's kind of cool.
Fine. Like we'll take a look.
Gems first, because if we can't afford the damn rug after we get the life-saving stuff, then that might be kind of important.
Oh, okay, we'll just ask the price. Like, what's the price for one of your rugs?
Well, for one such as this, it is unfortunately a bit expensive, but it will be 40,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's not bad. We can come back for it.
I care. Are you gonna sense motive and make sure you're not getting ripped off?
But we're gonna leave. I'm not gonna say it out loud. We're like, That's fine. We're gonna go do other stuff first. Mal's gonna start heading toward the door to leave.
If it's too expensive, I could interest you in a cloak of protection. It's fairly common. It's only about 600 gold pieces. If that's a little cheap for you, a mantle of spell resistance, 6,000.
But we are really trying to find the specific gem location. One of my colleagues would probably be interested, but we are a bit in a hurry.
And you sound desperate, so we don't want to be here right now.
Please, well, tell them then. I don't wish to bother you any further.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up and head on out, I guess, because I have no idea where to go.
Okay, you guys leave Fossils Fabrics. It doesn't look like you can find one here on Genasi Hold as you're glancing around the space. Perhaps you'll find something fancier in the Forum of the Plains. You guys kind of head up there in your journeys, making
We
your
might
way
as well
back up.
meet up with Zumosu and Boom Crash at this point. We're just going to walk into them at any moment now.
You guys have been shopping for a few hours. Boom Crash is probably still indisposed because of their need to,
Yeah.
translate
Copy
spells.
things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Zumasu is probably free from the Temple of Grumbar at this point.
I was gonna head to another temple afterwards if we still got time.
Yeah, we can still do that, since technically your journey to the Temple of Grumbar wasn't that quick, or wasn't that long, sorry. So we can do that before they arrive. Zumasu, which temple do you want to head to?
I was gonna go to the water one next, even though I've been there before. Istisha.
Okay. So you head inside, and you see the same watery statue that you did before, with the suspended water spinning in place. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's any official worship going on. It's mostly a lot of people bowing their heads and walking around the place in a sort of meandering pattern.
I guess this time, since I don't see any official thing, I'll just try and see if I can get anyone to to preach to me or whatever. I want to get info what their temple's about. So should I roll for that, or can I just look around?
Sure. You can attempt a charisma-based investigation check if you want.
Then it would technically be +2 because I have more. I have proficiency, but I also have more charisma than intelligence. So that'd be a 16.
Okay.
Oh, actually, it'd be a 17. I have much more charisma than intelligence.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you ask around, and you find a simple water elemental that bows to you. This is like a full-sized elemental instead of Genasi. It bows to you and sort of forms something of a mouth and begins speaking in Aquan. When it gets no response, it sort of speaks in broken common. Can help you, child.
Hello. Sorry, I only know common. I'm just trying to figure out how to pay respects to the water primordial, and I was curious what the Temple of Ishtar's teaching kind of have at their core, trying to get a better scope of what I could learn here.
Istisha speaks purity, clean, pure. It just keeps kind of repeating those, and then it looks at you and says, bathe in the pools. You will learn.
Sure. Which direction is that?
It gestures to the main central area where the suspended water is. It is over a wide, flat pool.
Thank you. I guess I'll head over that way.
Nobody's
Good day to
really
you.
bathing in it per se, so it's a bit socially awkward, but you steel yourself and dip your toes in. Quite cold.
Okay. There's nobody like for me to like. Did people get undressed to go in there? Do I have to keep my stuff on? Like, I want to.
You're not sure what the protocol is. Make an insight check.
Oh, great. God damn it.
Who knows? It's a strange religion. People are starting to look at you, though.
I'm gonna just kind of okay. I'm just gonna put down my like, at least my bag and stuff, so they don't get wet like on the side right there. But keep an eye on them as they like then dip a toe into it to get my legs in first.
Okay, it is very chilly. You're probably gonna have to do like a waddle as you get towards the center.
For now, I'm just like I guess I'm just like first go to waist high, and then I guess how deep is this thing?
It does seem to get fairly deep as it goes towards the center, in spite of its appearance of being only a few inches deep.
Is there anybody watching me? Because if it gets too awkward, I'm just gonna kind of just awkwardly yell at the closest person I see.
Make an insight check.
That's not terrible.
Not terrible. Some people are looking at you. They look away as soon as you look at them, though.
I'm just gonna go to the closest person and just be like, "So sorry to bother you. Get out of
Wade out of the water.
And just kind of approach it like, I am terribly sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to honor the primordials, but I'm not sure of this tradition. If I could just use just the tiniest bit of guidance, that'd be much appreciated."
You find a snowy genasi with a plain, sort of noseless face, and he looks at you and says, "Well, to honor the primordial, it's usually common to be one with the water. You know," and he kind of gestures to his body, and its almost bareness.
Thank you. I guess I can just leave my stuff on the side there. Is there anything else to it? You just kind of meditate in the pool?
Try to close your eyes and let Istitia wash over you. Let her cleanse you and make you pure again. We
Okay.
all carry something on us. Istitia seeks to wash us of that.
That sounds pretty good. Alright, thank you very much for your help. I awkwardly kind of like shuffle back to where my bags are, and I begin to strip.
Okay. Begin to strip.
After I get to the last thing, I do another look around, and then awkwardly wade back into the water towards the center, keeping an eye on my bags.
Okay. Make an insight check.
Okay. Wisdom is not my strong suit, even though I have ranks in it.
You look around and some people are kind of looking at you. The snow genasi is nodding to you solemnly as you descend into the water. And at this point, I'm going to have you make a straight wisdom check as you submerge yourself in the deep end of the pool, directly beneath the suspended water goddess, frozen in midair.
So this is just a wisdom check, not a
Wisdom
save.
check. No,
Okay.
I'm not attacking you. Yet.
I don't have wisdom, yo.
You go under the water and stay there for some time and hope for something to happen, that something will come out and touch you or reach you through the outer or inner planes, but nothing happens, and eventually your breath comes back to you and you kind of exhale and reach for the surface. You surface again and you see what looks to be two myrmidons looking through your gear at the edge of the pool.
I'm immediately gonna splash up and be like, "Oh, sorry, that's mine. If you could please stop."
Yeah, they watch you come out and kind of make room for you, splashing out onto the marble floor. One of the Genasis nearby says, "That's him! That's the man who stripped in front of us and jumped into the sacred pool!"
Oh no!
God damn it.
The snow
No.
Genasi is kind of giggling nearby.
Excuse me. I was told that we have to do that to become one with the pool. I'm so sorry.
The Myrmidons just speak in Aquan. They do not seem to speak common. I'm gonna need you to make a persuasion check.
It's a lot of bubbles. And weird gurgling noises. Ugh. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. Please don't.
You're kind of pleading with hand gestures. And as you gesture over to the snow genasi, like he told me that the Myrmidons look over in that direction, and one of them just kind of shakes its head and hands you your stuff back.
Okay, I quickly at least get like underwear on and stuff, undergarments and stuff, and I'm gonna go kind of like get down from the thing and kind of go to a corner to change into the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
Zumosa has no shame.
His faith is unwavering, unlike that dangly part down there.
I'm gonna do like a deep sigh and just be like, okay, I still have no idea what Esticia is really about. I'm gonna keep looking around the temple for somebody to talk to instead.
Okay. You put on your stuff, which the pants are still wet from your previous excursion.
Oh, that's hard to get back on. Those are like sticky and soggy.
Yeah. And then there's the armor.
Yep, I can't leave it unattended or else bad things will. So can I do like an investigation check with charisma then instead?
An investigation check for what?
To find anybody else I can talk to.
Oh, in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I do it charisma based?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
So,
then that would be a 16.
a 16 total?
Mm-hmm.
You find a seemingly earth elemental, like Genasi, but they have sort of rivers moving throughout their body. They turn to you. Can I help you? You're not from around here.
No, if it wasn't already apparent. I was pranked a moment ago on the proper customs of, I guess, the pool bathing. I'm just trying to learn more about the primordials in the Temple of Esticia, but I haven't quite found somebody to give me some guidance in that regard.
Well, I'm sure that the primordial appreciates your fervor, but it's more of a self journey, so if that's what it means to you, then that is what it will take.
What do you mean by means to me? Because so far all that's happened to me is I've been pranked.
If you thought that stripping naked would help you get closer to the goddess, perhaps it will, but maybe do so in your own home.
I guess that's a good point. Is Esticia mostly just about like cleansing oneself then? I'm just trying to get a feel for what her sort of angle is.
The primordials are neither good nor evil, but Esticia bids us that we remain pure, that we always remember our roots, but that we always flow around any problems that we might encounter, and basically cause no trouble. Everybody here is very relaxed and contemplative.
Oh, so I guess that's why I'm not being chased out currently from the other things.
Oh, don't mind that, that guy over there. They're a prankster of sorts.
If I was to try and meditate in the pool, do I just dip my legs in, or is it... Because I do see other people in there.
Yes, you can just enter the pool and you usually wash your face. Sometimes just submerge your face in there to listen to the primordial.
Okay, I do appreciate this. I think I won't be discouraged. I'm gonna try this one more time.
Keep the faith,
nothing
my friend.
ventured. Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'll let this experience flow around me.
If you don't
Alright,
get it
thank
the
you so
first
much.
time, you will get it eventually.
Alright, I kind of steal myself, like, wring out part of my shirt and kind of slop back up to where the pools are. I set my stuff down again. I kind of eyeball to see if anybody's paying attention at the moment, so I can do it in a corner.
Some of the Myrmidons have put their hands on their weapons, but they haven't moved. They're
I'm
far
gonna-
away.
I'm gonna signal them like hands up and everything, and like that I'm gesturing, like I'm keeping my clothes on, and I'm just gonna like go onto my knees. I'm gonna cup my hands to like wash my face and stuff.
Okay. You do a nice.
I give a glare to the snow genasi if he's looking.
Yeah, they are looking, and they are still laughing now.
Can
a
I
bit
make an
more
intimidate
hysterically.
check against him?
You can certainly try.
I wanna.
He
I
has
failed
seen
this, I
your
failed.
junk.
He
so
has
I
seen
don't
my
know.
junk.
I'm
could
afraid you have me at a
intimidate.
disadvantage.
I did an average. If anything, he just doesn't want to run into me again.
It was fairly average. They see you kind of glaring at them, and they like back up a little bit behind some other people.
Okay.
They basically just like they stop looking at you, but they don't seem very intimidated.
Yeah, it's more so don't run into me, but not scared of me type thing. All right. So I'll do a kneeling, and I'll cup my hands, and I'll try to like spray the water in my face and kind of focus again.
Make a religion check this time.
That's better.
That is better. Wash your face and kind of imagine your previous mistakes kind of washing off of you. With every drip that falls into the water, you try and imagine one of the things that you feel you might have done wrong. Perhaps the things that might have led to you breaking your oath, or what that could have exactly entailed. All these questions wash over you, but you try to just pass them back into the water, like, well, water over a stone, washing away the dirt. You have a fairly religious experience, but there is no response from the primordial deity themselves. You feel cleansed. I'm gonna grant you, when you use your inspiration today, it will also add a d6.
Neat.
Aw.
Okay. Then I guess I'll gather myself up, and I'll probably head to the fire one this time because I want to get dry.
Okay.
That's one way to do it.
So that was Kosuth, or was that Akadi?
Kosuth is the fire primordial.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. So I'll gather my stuff. I'll kind of give a sort of thank you nod to the other one that I talked to earlier. I'll give a glare back to the Snow Genasi, and I'll head out.
You head out. You come across Amon and Mao heading up to where you are, and yeah, you come across them in the arcane wreath.
Oh
Looks
God,
like
I'm
they've
still
been
wet.
shopping. Yeah, you're very wet.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Fine. Did you fall or get licked by some giant creature?
I'm trying to expand my religious horizons, and
By
and I
peeing
might
your
have
pants?
I might have misinterpreted the practice, but it's all cool.
So you took a bath. That sounds really cleansing. Yeah, it's religious, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. What are you guys up to? I still want to check out the other temples before we call it.
We
Trying
need
to
to-
find diamonds.
Yes, because as we know, we could always use more of it.
Could I give them like an or could I give them some sort of check, like from just walking around before since we've explored? Like if I remember seeing a shop or something, like a history check or something. I don't know how you do on how I'd kind of want to do this, like insight.
Make
history.
make an insight check, if anything. It'll be fairly difficult because you're not familiar with the city, but you can try and search your memory.
Okay, now I get a good wisdom.
If there's anything that you recall being like fairly shiny and expensive looking, it was the stuff around the planar promenade itself. As much as they were selling like street food and such for the planar travelers, they were also selling a lot of like rare treasures and whatnot.
I'm just gonna relay this to them. I mean, maybe somebody over there might have something closer to a diamond, something they'd be willing to part with at face value or something.
Yeah, all right. You all good going off alone?
I mean, I think I'll be fine. as long as I don't misinterpret the customs too heavily.
Where are you
Um,
going next?
I'm going to the fire one to dry off. Hopefully nothing bad will happen.
Come on, I'm gonna go with him so he doesn't burn himself.
Boom Crash, by the way, I think went up to the confluence to try and see if she could learn some spells.
All right.
I was gonna meet up with her after I'm done with all of this.
I'm gonna go to the gawking human after my task is done. So I think I'll separate and try to find this jewelry store and be done
If you
with
have room for that rug, here, I hand him the portable hole. It's in there. You just gotta dig it out.
Got a,
The
you're
money,
looking at
the money.
a rug? I look at them confused.
Don't worry
Mhm.
about it.
it. It's like
Okay.
look, I don't want to be the one bartering. Like this is up to you guys.
We have money. We don't even need to barter. We can just pay them. Why bother talking to them? Just give them money.
I thought you were a people person, Mao.
Yeah, well, right now I've been a little moody. Why do you think I'm joining you at a fire temple?
Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what's up? I obviously have a few things going on without my powers, but I guess I haven't noticed what you've been dealing with.
We've been away from Malore for some time, and you took my kill.
Oh,
So, Amon, don't spend 30,000 of that, because technically it's Samosu's.
eh,
Look,
what?
it's don't I'll take care of my own end. It's like I'm just gonna get the whole back. It's like you guys settle this.
We could always come. I guess go collect that as a group if you want. If you really want to do the bartering later. I mean, if anything else, I'd like to wait for my armor, and the mom probably needs to at least wait until his I look at his glowing eyes thing wears off.
Hey, but if he gets the diamonds, that means you can just make sure that he doesn't get exhausted.
Seems like an unnecessary use of diamonds, and I think we at least deserve a little time to prepare. Again, I'm still trying to kind of remedy my situation, be a little bit more helpful.
You're going through a personal thing. It's not like one of us can just poke you and be done with it. Or
Well, I'm just
actually-
asking for a little bit of time, Amon. I don't know if Greater Restoration works on Paladin abilities.
that's what I'm saying. Like we have 2 days. You can do what you need to do in 2 days.
He's saying
Uh,
take your time and go do your shit.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking.
Yeah. Either way, it's like I'm gonna get the whole back because I don't want to be responsible for making a bad purchase.
I take the whole.
Yeah. Like if someone makes a bad purchase, it's gonna be on you. Don't try to make me the scapegoat.
I shrug and raise my shoulders. I'm not sure. What? Fine, whatever.
Um, in my end, I'm gonna head on out
Got
in a
him.
random direction because I actually still don't know where I'm supposed to be going.
I told you on the planet promenade.
Mm-hmm. It's like
That's about it.
it's like
You probably
okay,
gotta
okay.
check.
I guess I'll just head toward that direction. Wee.
Head
Just
down the
avoid
stairs.
the other one. The elf man.
What about him?
Just avoid him.
What do you think I've been doing?
Okay. Just wave you off.
Maintaining course. Alright, so Mao, are you heading off with Zamasu?
I'm gonna hang out with Zamasu at the fire temple.
Okay, you guys head to the Temple of Sooth.
This
So-
is a sort of character interaction thing. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Mao a tiny bit of what the other temples were telling me and see if she responds to any of it. So I'm like telling her about like Grumbar being all about keeping your convictions and staying steady and stuff, and like Ishtisia is about like staying pure by letting things flow around you and cleansing yourself every once in a while. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them particularly, which is why I want to kind of like interact with all the temples. But I don't know. What do you think, Mao?
I mean, Grumbar sounds pretty cool. Strong convictions usually means that you know where you're going.
Yeah, it's a weird way of like celebrating stubbornness, which can go in both ways. There's part of it I like, part of it I don't. Like, you know, we
I'm-
find ourselves in situations frequently where things aren't as straightforward, you know?
I'm giving you a look like I'm judging you because you're looking at me in a funny way. Just like. Are
Well, I
you-
don't mean it like that.
Okay.
I mean, there are convictions worth keeping, of course, but then there's sometimes where things aren't as black and white as you want it to be.
Well, I'm just throwing it out there. If the temple is there and says that, to be a mountain or, no one tells the earth what to do, maybe that's a good thing in a sense. Maybe it's one of those things you have to make yourself do. So that way no one can push you around.
I think that was the part I liked about it.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't know about that whole Estitia wishy-washy stuff.
I don't know,
Literally.
sometimes it seems like you need to let things go, not necessarily forget about them, but just like recenter yourself.
Yeah, but if you let things go, then isn't that also like killing a memory in a sense? Don't you
No,
also have to have things in order to let them go?
I don't think it means like forgetting things. I think it means more so just like letting yourself move forward. But I guess we're at the temple now. I need to dry off, so
Yeah.
you'll probably be fine, right? Your
Yeah, no,
resistance-
that's the reason why I walked in here, because it's comfortable.
All right. Hopefully this won't be too bad. And I'm gonna start heading into the temple with Mal.
Your pants start steaming almost immediately as you enter the wave of heat. Exactly how I described Kossuth's central thing. Was it just a flaming pillar?
A lot of pyres in the background, flaming pillars, stuff.
Hmm.
Forget what the statue looks like specifically.
I do too, which is annoying because I'm the DM.
I kind of do.
I'm gonna
It was-
go. I'm gonna go with that. It's a spiral of like two flames, like sweeping up in a pillar between various outcroppings of stone, like stony rocks, just floating amidst this tornado in place.
So again, I'm gonna do the same method I've been doing, seeing if anybody's doing anything that looks remotely religious or ceremonial, and seeing if I can talk to them.
The place is fairly vacant, but there's almost only fire elemental genasies here, or fire adjacent like magma and smoke, ash, all that sort of thing. Although it looks like there is a human, or it looks like a human here. They seem to be bearing the heat fairly adequately. They are on their knees, which is unusual for a brass room that they would use their bare knees as something to lean on. And they are bowing at the twinned pillar in the center of the chamber.
Okay, I'm gonna try and politely disturb them and ask if they could give me some guidance on how to pray to Akadi. Akadi? Or, no,
This is Kossuth.
Kossuth. Yeah,
Kossuth.
to Kossuth.
Hey, head over to this person, and they look up at you and say, "Please do not disturb me right now."
I'm sorry, I'm just looking for some guidance on how to properly pay my respects to Kossuth.
I am in the middle of prayer, you understand?
Yes, I'll leave you to it then. I'll look for someone else.
They go back to bowing. Eventually, they begin reciting a prayer in Ignan, and then they pull out a dagger that seems to be already, like, red with flame. It seems it was resting on the ground in front of her, and she presses it into her forearm, and then lets out a scream. It's
It's like this place is
with
just
sort of
masochism.
concerned interest.
She eventually collapses with the dagger clattering onto the ground. And then she gets back up to her feet slowly, char marks on her knees and the the palms of her hands. She sheathes the dagger in a metal sort of sheath. She seeks you out. You, what did you want to bother me about?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to gain insight into the teachings of Kossuth and how to properly pay my respects and such.
Pay your respects by fearing him.
Here.
Kossuth. Sorry. Kossuth is a god. Nay, a primordial, bent on ambition, on consuming all that which lies before you. And people like me come here to solidify that ambition, to make vows that they do not wish to break.
So ambition is Kotsu's main thing he offers, and
Kossuth does not offer it. Kossuth does not care about mortal affairs at all. But if you make an oath with him, well, that is something that you can fear, that you will need to keep, lest you incite his fiery wrath.
This is a terrible religion.
This sucks.
Can I like do an insight on this person to just kind of see like
Same.
if, yeah, I want to know how like I don't know, just something. I just kind of want to get a read.
Want to make sure they're not cheating you like the other one?
And also if they're a zealot, because
Yeah.
Kind of what the intentions of why they like, is this ambition to be just like get better at your position in your job, or is it like I want to get strong to kill somebody type thing? I don't know.
Oh no, a natural 1 on Mao's insight, which got her
No,
a
the-
15.
I mean, yes, but I also rolled a 2, technically. In Insight has proficiency. So it's actually a... Yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's a 10 plus. No, it's a 10 plus... It's Wisdom? Plus 11? No way.
Do you have expertise in
Yes.
insight?
No, it's a reliable talent list for anything that I have proficiency with. I just got the Slippery Mind, which gives me proficiency in Wisdom,
That doesn't.
but...
That gives you proficiency in wisdom saves, not
Okay.
wisdom abilities.
Wisdom is not a skill.
Yeah.
That's not. It's a save or a stat. So
Also, if the checkbox is marked. So if Insight's checked off, that still, you add proficiency.
yes.
Yeah, if you took that as one of your proficiencies, then yeah.
Yeah. So then it's a 10 plus 5. Yeah, never mind. It's the same either way.
So you do have expertise, because that
Yes.
would otherwise be 5 plus 5. Wait, 5 plus 5 plus 5. Hold on.
No, a reliable talent is
Okay.
just whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus. That's why I was saying it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so you do have plus 10 in that, so that would be a 20 as your minimum. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, this got weird.
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at your character sheet.
Sorry, it's the reliable talent thing, and I always forget it's whenever you add proficiency, not if you have expertise with it.
Yeah. So, I guess you got a 20. Zumasu got a 16. So let me reinvest myself. So, your read on this person. She's a human here worshipping at a Kossuth temple, and she seems very dedicated and almost fanatical. She doesn't seem too keen on, like, converting you. She just seems to be telling you almost to, like, reaffirm her own convictions. Is the jive that you're kind of getting from her.
Ugh. One of these.
Yeah, she's probably part of a cult. Just leave her be. Don't worship the way she's worshiping. Ambition doesn't need to be harmful.
It's not a
Understand
cult,
them.
and it is not harmful. It is only harmful we've strayed. She kind of clenches her fist that she's already burnt the arm of.
How much sacrifice do you need to have to keep this ambition?
It's whatever you're willing to give to get what you want.
I can see the value here. I can just pay honors. I don't have to necessarily promise anything at the moment, do I? If I wish to follow.
You'll
your
never
example.
understand. She kind of just whisks away and storms out of the temple.
Her ambition was weak. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's probably someone better here to explain this primordial.
And no, I think I'm getting the gist of it all. I just don't know if this one's the one for me. Again, take what you like from this. I can understand devotion can be an important thing to yourself and to your ambitions, but this seems a little unnecessary. Also, I think the ants are starting to catch on fire, no longer dry.
Yeah, the steam has gone away. It's starting to look a bit smoky.
I think we can move on to the next temple now. How about you?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Just want to do like another passing check to see like what's going on here. If I see anything interesting.
None of these temples have like pamphlets or anything, right? I mean, this one wouldn't because it'd catch on fire. But is there any writing or anything anywhere?
Pamphlets?
Uh,
Like a tablet or
there's
something?
creatures that are speaking in some sort of like language. Maybe if we bring Boom Crash here, she can help us understand it.
But she's occupied.
Yeah, she's busy, but just
You
letting
guys
you know.
also haven't gotten me. You know
Yeah.
where I am.
I think I'm good with that. I'm just gonna head out then.
All right.
head out to the next temple. Make a whatever type of investigation check you wish to look for this place. I'm gonna have you make it with advantage now that you're kind of looking in the right place.
God damn, man.
So, that's an interesting check,
I'm
isn't it?
impressed.
Actually, wow, 3 consecutive ones. What are the odds of that?
I don't know.
Did you? Okay, you did get a 9 though. Are you talking to people or are you not talking to people?
Yeah, was this charisma or was intelligence?
You know what's default, so it must be intelligence.
Oh, got you.
Oh no, I got kicked out. I have to log in.
So you head through the planar promenade, and man, you are just not finding any jewel crafters or anything. You're finding a lot of like treasures for sale and whatnot, but you're not really finding exactly what you're looking for. And some people are like offering you their wares, offering you lesser bowls that might not be able to cast your hero's feast, and eventually you hear a voice. Amon, is that you? And Thrazir has been walking around the promenade for a bit. Can I help you find something, my friend? You seem lost.
Jewels. Diamonds, specifically.
If you wanted to see my jewels, all you had to do was ask. I have plenty available for the discerning eye.
I thought you weren't gonna. I thought you were selling as much. I assume that you're stocked now. Is that what's going on?
I've been able to get in touch with my suppliers, as it were.
Ah, in that case, we will do business as soon as you're able.
Of course. I am available right now. He pulls out a little token, and with a command word, it pops up into his big ol' shopping merchant cart. And it's like got an overhang, and it's got a whole bunch of jewelry laid out in a display. Now, what exactly are you looking for in terms of jewels? Is it diamonds?
Yep. It's like you know me very well.
Of course I do. I spent some time with you. And I know when it is that you need things. I didn't come across too many diamonds, but that's never been much of a problem for me. And he takes a few gemstones in his hand and kind of clenches them between the palms of both his hands as some light shines through it. And the various colors of gems have coalesced into a single diamond gemstone gleaming in the light. Here you go. This one is, well, it's about 500 gold pieces worth. Adequate for most spells.
All right. So you said it was a 500 or 400? That sound kind of got cut off.
500.
All right. Done deal. I'm just gonna pull out a nice stack and hand it off to him.
Thank you. Good doing business with you. Perhaps I can interest you in some more.
Sure. What you got?
I have a few minor ones that were taken off of this little chalice. It wasn't going to miss them, trust me. The rest of the work is subpar. And he pulls out 4 diamonds. These are each worth about 350.
150.
Each.
Yeah.
There are 4 of them.
Okay. All right. I'll take. Okay. I'll take. I'll take both. I'll take 2.
Alright. Here you are. At least I keep some in stock for myself. And just as well, I have this rather large ruby, if you're interested. This thing is worth about 5,000 gold pieces. It was a interesting find, but I figured if you want it, could be yours.
I'm not doing much in rubies, but I do have a question. Do you have any fancy bowls, or that you can sell me, or can direct me toward?
Bowls. What are we talking? And I assume you describe the necessary requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Something that fancy. I could probably procure that. Give me a day.
Bought you a fancy ball.
The more bowls, the better.
I'm spending my own money doing this, so it's
It
not-
also consumes the bowl, so
yeah,
Oh, does it? Fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a one-use thing.
Now doesn't know this shit.
Is Mal
Yeah.
gonna be upset that the bowl gets
The
consumed?
bowl gets consumed. I was gonna be like, where the fuck did it go? Where's my bowl?
Inside your stomach.
Shit.
Mr. DNA, where'd you come from?
Yeah.
From your blood.
give me a day. I'll see if I can find something for you. With that caliber.
Yep. We're leaving in 2 days, so I'll see you around before we leave.
Of course. I'll be here in the promenade if you're looking for me.
Good to know.
Good day, my friend.
I'm gonna wave him goodbye, and I guess I think I'm gonna head toward back to the Gawking Human.
Okay. Find your diamonds one way or another, and head back to the inn. Boom Crash, after spending a few hours up there, are you still intent on finding the rest of the spells that you're looking for?
Yes, and because I assume that the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is the spell list that you recommended,
Yeah.
I have a couple more that I added to my little wish list.
Oh, sure.
So, yeah, but Wall of Force is definitely one that I really want. So,
Okay. Then let's make a new investigation check. Intelligence.
I thought, okay. Aha!
Okay, now that you've gotten more used to the system, as it were, you found mention of someone that was working in the way of manipulating pure force. So you go and reference that wizard, and lo and behold, they do have a way of conjuring a wall of the stuff. And you found the spell.
Okay, I'm going to start reading over and looking at my ink stores and like, okay, let's go. Let's copy this sucker in here.
Okay. You look through the spellbook of someone named Jank, with an H, Jhank.
I can make better.
That's a better name.
They seem to be a eccentric wizard of sorts that was adept at manipulating force. From the looks of it, they've been dead for some time. Okay, so you can copy in Jank's Wall of Force into
This
your
Wall of
spell.
Force. Is it like a standard Wall of Force, or is there anything special that I have to be aware of?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
One must not ask questions they do not want the answers to.
Aha!
So, this wall of force is rather special. While most walls of force need to have an uninterrupted series of panels, this allows one 10-foot gap in that cycle.
Oh, cool. Okay, this is pretty rad. Of course.
So we have a fancy door.
We have a very fancy door.
You could actually
Potentially.
make cover for yourself to escape also.
Yeah, it's potentially incredibly useful, which is one of the reasons why I wanted it so badly. So I am very happy. Okay. It's going to be an expensive one, too, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Zumos-
I'm popping everything down now, so.
Okay, sure.
Oh.
Zumosu and Mao, you guys are heading over to the last of the 4 temples. Is that so?
Yeah, and then I'm probably gonna head up and go find Boom Crash.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably the same sort of deal.
What is this
Okay.
one? The air?
This is the
Temple?
air primordial. You head inside, and the pillars here are structured by various floating discs that seem suspended by their own wind. In the very center is a spiral of misty winds that are spinning upwards and suspending a floating feminine face that is facing upward with lips pursed as if blowing. It's just a big stone like facade looking away from you, almost like it's blowing a mask up in the air, suspending it like a fancy magnet trick, although it's pure magical air.
So I'm just trying to. So it's like a mass that's floating with air that you can see.
Yeah,
Can we?
the air
Okay.
is like filled with mist and
Okay.
clouds that are like spinning around. It's been
That's
made
kind of neat.
quite apparent and visible.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of neat. I'm gonna do something I should have done at the other temples. I'm gonna look to see if there's any tablets, anything on the wall, anything that's not necessarily literature, but just basic signs or something. Like sometimes places have prayers on the walls. You know what I mean? Or any
You-
tapestries.
You look around, and I guess Mao can see them first. There does seem to be writing on some of these pillars that are made out of various discs, and the writing is, unfortunately, quite high up.
Um,
Don't you have like
I
fancy
could-
boots that could walk on walls?
yeah, but I did a faux pas last time. I did something without checking them with people. So let's just take a look around and see what other people are doing.
They're
Investigation
probably going
again.
to float because they're made of air.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you only learn by talking to people.
As Mao kind of predicted, a lot of the people here are floating around. Many are less than tangible genasi, and there are various jinns here as well, all running up and contemplating the spiraling pillars covered in text. There aren't too many people on the ground, although you do find one person that sort of their head and arm seem to be made out of clouds, but the rest of them is just made out of stone.
That's an interesting combination of things. I guess I'll go over to that person. Just kind of like, politely introduce myself and say what I'm about, trying to learn more about the temples, and I want to learn the ways of Akadi. Pay
They
my respects.
had their cloud-shaped hand, cloud-made hand, like, raised up in the sky as they were looking upward. You came over and they kind of lower it and look at you. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Fele. Can I help you?
Hi, my name's Zumosu, and I'm trying to expand my horizons by learning about the temples and the primordials. How may I pay my respects to Akadi here? Looking for the proper ceremony sort of thing.
Well, sadly, looks like you cannot fly. But that is all right. Akadi still watches over you. Akadi bids us to run as fast as we can and experience as many new things as possible, never sticking to one thing at a time, really.
I like this girl.
That's not a bad thing to experience. If I could get up there, it looks like people are doing their what sort of things are people doing up there? Like, is it a ritual? Is it a prayer?
There are prayers written around the pillars up there on the rings, or columns, sections, whatever you want to call them. I sadly cannot get up there. I'm sort of stuck to the ground a bit, due to my nature. But nonetheless, I seek to try new things every day, and come here occasionally. Not all the time, I promise.
You know, I might not be able to fly, but I do have, and I point to my boots, a way to possibly climb up there. Would you want some help? I could possibly carry you if you'd like.
He looks up, and then he looks back at you. That would be a new experience. I will very much appreciate that.
All right. Let's do this. Point me to the pillar that has the best prayers on it, I guess.
Dude, this one's got some best prayers. So, I guess, what do you do then, specifically?
I'm going to basically, first I'm going to, like, stick one foot onto the wall and click the button so it starts, and then I'm going to, like, motion for him to, like, jump into my arms, and then I'll use my heel to, like, click the other button and start, like, you know, suction cupping my way up the wall, holding him.
Okay. Hold him up. I'm gonna need you to make an athletics check. He is half made out of stone.
Okay.
Little more than half, even. That's not quite enough to get him all the way up. You try and struggle to lift Pele off of the ground, but he's just too dang heavy. Even your anti-gravity boots are having like a hard time sticking to the wall. Every time you lift a foot off, it threatens to tip you over.
Can I try again? Can I ask Mao to, like, at least help me, like... Okay, can I change my positioning so I'm doing more like a spider, hugging the pillar with him on my shoulders?
How
Yeah.
am I supposed to help you? I don't have boots that allow me to climb walls.
I just need you to help me get up the initial part. So I kind of like, I'm hugging the pillar, have him as the head on my shoulders, and I just need you to help me push up, and then I can use my boots to kind of temper as I, like, crawl up the pillar again.
I do the biggest shrug and eye roll at the same time. Convince me why I should try and pick up this rock that is definitely way too heavy for me.
Well, you'll be helping me with a trial, I guess. Trying new things. That's the whole thing of this temple, right?
Yeah, I think I've helped you though. That's not new.
Hey, yo, it's a thing between friends, right? We're always helping each other out.
Oh, fine. I'll tack it onto the list and go over and help him push up the rock.
Okay. Can I
Again,
roll with
athletics
advantage?
check with advantage.
All right, Sisyphus.
There we go.
Okay, with your new positioning and Mao lifting Pele kind of onto your back, you're able to get up the first few steps, and you're kind of using your hands to cling onto at least handholds when you can find them. And it's starting to work. You're getting up to at least the first of the few prayer rings. And you look at it, but sadly the rotating ring is written entirely in Primordial, in Orin specifically. Pele
Oh,
says, "Oh, wow. Oh, this is certainly a new experience. I've never been this high up before in the temple."
Yeah. Could you maybe read that out loud? I'd appreciate hearing it. Unfortunately, I don't speak that language.
Oh, sorry, I just assumed because you were here. It says...
New experiences and all.
It says that we should always seek the next hill and forget the one that we are on. It says, roll down the hills and reach the top of every using your momentum to follow through in every activity, every day. Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is should I climb higher?
If you feel you can,
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
make a new
I gotta
athletics
roll.
check.
Okay. Do I use the inspiration? Yeah, I'm gonna use the inspiration.
I'm on the ground now.
Okay,
just
remember
watching.
you get a d6 in addition.
Sure.
Okay, so that's a 21.
That is, in fact, a 21. You make it to the next ring prayers. It says, whisper when you want to be heard, roar when you wish to be ignored.
I'm having a little trouble understanding that, Pele. Do you mind breaking it down?
I don't know. I suppose if you yell, nobody will want to listen to you, but if you whisper, people will want to hear what you have to say? Don't know. It's an interesting thing to meditate on. Are you feeling okay?
I think this might be the last little bit. How sturdy are you in case I might have a slip up? I don't want to worry you, but it's getting a little difficult now.
Well, I'm not unbreakable.
I think we might make our descent then, and I might venture forward on my own. I don't want to be risking you too much.
Okay. I understand, my friend. Thank you very much.
No problem. And I'm gonna start the descent down.
Okay. This descent, I will need a athletics check. It's a bit easier going down, thankfully.
Okay, that's
Thankfully.
not awful.
So, you're able to get down through the established handholds, and you make it towards the bottom, and you kind of leap the rest of the way down, and Pele kind of hops off your back. Oh, wow. Thank you. Certainly gone to new heights today. Can't wait to see what happens tomorrow.
I don't think we have to be done yet. And I pull out a piece of pen and ink. I might not be able to speak the language, but I can totally copy it. Do you mind holding on while I maybe see how many more of those prayers I can jot down and have you read back?
Sure.
All right, so that's what I'll do. I'll just climb up the pillar. And how many more of those things are there on the thing?
There's countless ones.
There seems this might take a long time, so I'll just grab a few. So I guess I go up and grab maybe like just a handful, and then I'll come back down and show them the copied script.
I was gonna
As
peace out
clean
and
as I-
go find Boom Crash. But we'll tell Faye, like, I'm leaving. Just tell him I left to find the bird.
That's fine.
Okay, I guess... Interesting check. You can't really do rubbings in this way, so I'm gonna say make a sleight of hand check, because you're kind of looking at the rings from the outer walls.
Yeah, I'm copying a script that I don't know what's the important parts of the script, so it's like I could copy some words incorrectly just by that sort of nature.
Okay.
God damn.
You
I
come
made a
back
pretty
with
picture.
fairly bad Orin handwriting, and Fele's kind of trying to make sense of it. It looks like... Oh, are you sure this is... Wouldn't know.
Did I copy the punctuation as the main verbs and pronouns instead type thing?
Well, each of these is kind of telling you how much breath to use in the words, and dear,
Oh, so it's not even. Oh, yeah.
it's an
I'm
abstract
sorry.
language. But it says something, I think, about Akadi's breath filling the world, and as we breathe in the things that Akadi did, we... What is this next part? I don't even... Sorry. I can't really
Oh,
get...
that might have just been a smudge. I was slipping a little bit on that part. Had to catch myself.
It matters not. I appreciate everything that you have done for me, friend Zumasu.
Thank you, Feely, for all your help. Maybe some other time I could help you take a look again. I do have friends that might be able to do that someday.
Well, I hope I'm not here tomorrow.
Oh, why would that be the case? I hope it's nothing bad.
Well, no, I just want to experience something new. Beyond this.
Oh, that's fine. That
I've
sounds
gone
good.
climbing today, and perhaps tomorrow I'll find my way to the howling tunnels of Primordium or something. Or Pandemonium, rather. Or
What is
maybe I'll
that?
spin through the plane of air. I do have some money to burn, so it would be nice to take a trip.
Well, best of luck wherever you're headed. By the way, Mao had said her regards. She was going to visit with one of my other friends at the moment.
Oh, that's fine. It's okay for her to be fleeting. As I must as well, like dust in the wind. Good day, my friend. May we one day our two paths cross.
Yeah, thank you. I think I might stay for just a little longer.
Suit yourself. He kind of stomps out of the room. Can't help it, he's made out of stone on the bottom half.
So what I want to try and do to get see if I can get one last thing out of this is I want to try and climb as high as I can on the pillar and then just kind of like hang there and try and listen to the sound of the wind and stuff.
Okay. Climb up as far as you can, and you can actually like get onto the dome of the ceiling that is like impressed with spiraling relief patterns carved in what looks to be white marble. You can gaze down at the face of a Kadi that is staring up at you from that floating mask made out of a dark stone, with its lips pursed as if to blow at you. The wind is intense here, filling your ears and kind of drying your eyes and whipping your hair. Make a religion check.
Average. A little above
Adequate.
average.
It's adequate.
Very adequate.
You don't have like a deep religious experience here, but you meditate on the things that Akadi stands for as you revel in this windy height, almost like you're standing on top of like a cliff or at the top of a very tall tower, bending under the wind's gaze.
There isn't a way to get outside the dome, is it?
There might be.
I kind of want to see if I can get a way to sit on top of the dome. So I want to look around for like a window or an opening or something.
Yeah, there are openings in most of these temples that lead eventually to the outside.
Yeah, I want to do one of those Spider-Man things and climb up to the top of the dome to take a look at the city.
You climb out onto the rooftop here, and you pretty much literally end up like right about here, where your token is.
Well, is there any place higher I can go? I guess I've made it. I said I was gonna try and experience this. I've climbed with ambition. I've done what I thought I'm supposed to do, and I still don't quite think it. I think it's helped, but I don't think I'm quite there. And I guess I'll just sit here for a little bit. I still have the sending stone, so I guess I'll just sit here for a bit until like maybe I get pinged, or
Okay.
I ping them back and they get a little bit.
Kind of just sit resting on the curved dome of brass here that's been like hammered by hundreds of phasers, hammers, and you look out at the lava pools below, the mist, the water flying into the lava, and the earthen cloister that hides most of Phamlidanh from the rest of the world, and gaze upon the various like weird outcroppings of abstract sculpture on most of the temples, and you notice that they're kind of representative of the 4 elements. The one you're on is almost like a harp of wind, while the one adjacent of Istitia is sort of like a wave with drips of water coming off of it. The Temple of Kasuth kind of shows a hollow flame rising into the sky. Can't really see Grumbars, but trust me, it's there.
It's just a stick. It's just a straight line. Sturdy.
It's
strong.
It's more of a rough diamond shape
Cool.
with kind of unkempt edges peeking out as if it's made out of stone instead of steel. But yeah, you have a nice meditative moment out here. You occasionally see some air elementals or genasies flying about Phamlidanh, taking wide spins around the floating city itself. And
I waved to at least a few of them.
you do. They kind of wave back. Let's go to Mount Boom Crash.
I rolled a 33 for sneaking. I would like to show up wherever Boom Crash is after finding her, and then kind of just sit across and just wait until she notices.
You slip into a chair fairly silently, and Boom Crash doesn't notice until she puts down a book.
So I just finished copying off and I'm blowing on the ink and I look up and there you are. Like, hey, Mal.
Hi.
How you doing?
Not bad. How are you? How's studies?
Dude, I got some good shit. I'm really excited.
Oh, wait. I found that place that you got the laser eye thing from, and I pull out just a sack of beads.
Wait, are those... Did you find more fireball necklaces?
I did. You want some?
I will happily take some, but you know what? You can also keep them. Because I also have a gauntlet of fireball, so you might need them more.
Fair, that's fine. I'm thinking of a way of if I ever get a normal bow, say if Cinder Smite breaks, I could just attach these to an arrow and just boom.
Oh. Do you want to see if there are any mundane weaponsmiths around? I'm sure we can find something.
I don't know if it'll work in Cinder Smite. I feel like it'll disintegrate and explode
I
in my
think
face.
that it's...
Yeah, Cinder Smite kind of creates its own ammunition, and that ammunition is very fiery.
I think Boom Crash is asking to just get a basic bow.
Yeah.
And tie arrows
Good.
with these things.
Or
too.
a slingshot or something.
Oh, yeah, slingshot. Dude, I've faced some kids who use slingshots. They suck. Get you right between the eye. They really hurt.
Yeah, I mean, but that could be you. And then you could do, big fire damage. And wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Yeah. I just left Zamosu. He's hanging around the temple still. We just left the air one, but I think he'll be finishing up soon.
Okay. He seems to be having fun.
Just a weird question. The confluence is technically above, right? Are they by a window? Would they be able to see?
Can you just see from your tower?
They might be. Make a D20 happenstance check.
Nice.
Yeah, you look out the window. Zumasu's at the temples. I think he's on the temples, and you look out the window, and Zumasu's waving to an air elemental outside.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I send Goose to go and say hi and peck him.
Hey, I guess I should probably check in with them. If nothing important's happening, right? She's not in trouble, right, Goose?
No, we're just saying hi.
Goose
Just hi.
Goose makes a Zumasu sex noise.
I think they're fine. I'll give them a bit more time before I get down. It's kind of nice up here.
Goose is the worst.
Oh god, no, I'm so glad that random bit of roleplay just worked out so beautifully. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Anyway, I'm assuming that we're getting sort of late into the evening, so...
Yep. Evening's starting to
Okay.
roll in, and the very long golden hour has begun.
Okay. I'll wrap up. I got 3 spells today, and I'm very happy about that. So I'm gonna go and take my birdie butt back down to the gawking human.
Your birdie butt is a bit sore, but it was worth it. Think to yourself as you descend with Mao.
Should we?
Mao, I can do a mind whip now.
The
It,
hell is
it's it can it's like psychic brain fuckery, but a whip.
So does it take the spinal cord out and use it as a physical whip, or is it just
I have never done it before.
okay?
I don't think so, but it does like brain thinky damage, and it also I think it can slow things down for a turn or two. So it might give us more chance to get more
I
actions
love the
in.
logic of I'm gonna take this spell and use it. I have no idea what exactly how it works.
I mean, there was a
Because
description in the book. We'll figure it out.
I know what it's
that's
supposed to
physically
do. I didn't read the follow-up chapter, Tasha's Nene.
Yeah, I got bored, so I didn't keep on reading. But anyway, let's keep on going.
Okay, you guys, go back down at least to the temple area. Are you guys fetching Zumasu?
I
bring me on the
mean,
stone to tell me to come down.
I don't have it.
Boom Crash, or just Boom Crash have it?
But Goose can. I'm gonna
Yes.
send Goose out and be like, "We're going back to the gawking human."
Okay, I guess I'll pick myself up.
Amon's already there too, so we can just all meet up there.
In regards to the temple, I could technically walk on the outside of the temple to get down, right? Or how's
Yeah, you
that?
can. Spider climb.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Yeah, Goose comes up to you and just kind of does a Thrasir voice and says, "See you, my friend." And you take this to mean that they're leaving.
Okay.
See ya, Goose. I guess I'll head out. Clickety click.
Goose flies off and kind of circles you as you descend to make sure you're going back to the right place. And you meet up with Mount Boomcrash.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, all right. I think I got some interesting insights into things. You have fun at the confluence?
I learned a ton, and I have some pretty good spells now, and I'm pretty excited about it. What about you? Do you need my help with anything?
Not particularly. Maybe some other day we could go to the Temple of Akkadi, because you have a better way with languages than I do, and there might be some text I'd like to read.
You know,
Oh,
it might be
yeah.
good to go to Kossuth too and not listen to that weird fanatic.
Yeah, maybe we could see if they have anything written down.
Okay.
Now you understand why I don't talk to people.
Fair.
Nice people. Wait, Amon, have we run to Amon yet? I guess we have.
No, still in the gawking human. I'm just offering commentary of this is why I don't interact.
Mm.
I hope Amon was able to find diamonds.
Oh, actually, what time is it in comparison to the note that I gotten?
Because it said 8.
It's a pretty long golden hour, so it is probably And my brain think isn't working. I think I've been mind whipped. When does sunset happen normally? Like,
I mean, that depends on the
I know
year.
it does, but like,
Somewhere between
Think
6 and 8.
Think 6 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon.
yeah, I'm gonna say that it's maybe golden hour starts around like 4 here, and then goes until like 7.
A long ass hour.
Sunset is significantly later in the summer, just as a heads up. It's still light out at like 8.
Yeah.
And it's longer depending on which hemisphere it's on.
Either way,
It's magic.
Yeah.
So is it
Why
like
me?
5 then?
so it's like 4 when golden hour starts, and you were probably fetched maybe an hour later than that, around 5, and then you go and get back to the gawking human around 6.
Like, there's still like 2 hours before. There's still like an hour before I need to make a decision.
Oh,
yeah.
can I just
Before
can I
you
just,
go along with the booty call.
You know
everybody
what
a
it
chicken
is.
before we get
In
back?
that case, I guess I won't bother with it.
Could just be information.
I mean, it could be. It could be.
Actually, who knows? So, what are you guys doing?
I wanted to buy everybody a chicken on our way back to the Gawking Human.
Same place.
Nice, they make good chicken.
We have to wait for that to like be cooked though. It was
Well,
good.
sometimes, okay. Do we have to roll to see if they have some already set up? Because the issue last time was we bought a crap ton of them. I think they might have enough for everybody.
You head back to that same place, and it looks like they seem to be closing up right now.
I'll just walk up and see. Do you guys have any chickens left?
Sorry, we don't have any. Not for you. Sorry. They close up the front of the store gate.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to go back earlier tomorrow. Okay.
It's weird how this is like a place of commerce and people love to sell stuff, but they really hate when you buy in bulk.
Yeah, I
Got
guess
a lot
it
of
makes it
people
harder
to sell
to
from. Sell to.
So you'd think they'd be happy that they made a shit ton of money one day.
Yeah, but it might also they might have made a bunch of people very unhappy because they couldn't, and we're one-time customers rather than repeats.
be a repeat.
It's mostly like, I tried to be a repeat, but they didn't want to sell.
I bet if business practices are bad,
There are a few
go
other
somewhere else.
places if you want.
they sell some. Like, you guys want to eat at the Gawking Human? Because I kind of want to try some of this other street food,
Okay, I'm good.
some of the new stuff. Okay. Should I do like an investigation to see if anything looks good?
Nah, you just look around and follow your nose. Um,
In style. I like it.
so you're gonna come across a small cart that's got like a circular drum of a grill on it that's cooking a sort of yakitori type thing with, meat on a stick. I hope that's the right thing that I'm saying. But it smells sweet and smoky at the same time. Come get your axe beak strips. Come on, come get your axe beaks. Lovely this time
Right.
of year. Nice
I'm
and
already-
fatty.
Wring my hands and walk over. Hey, how much for a thing?
Oh, for you, good sir, 50 silver.
Silver. Could
That
I
gets you
get-
this whole plate.
Oh, how much is on a whole plate? Is enough to share with everybody?
Oh yes. I see that there's a few of you, so I made sure that I offered this. You can get individual ones for 5 silver.
I'll take the whole spread. I hand him the 10 silver. Thank you very much, and I give him another silver as a tip.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And you're handed, 10 Axebeak Yakitoris with, brandied plum sauce around them.
Ooh.
It's very sweet and smoky as it kind of smells. There's a lot of fat on it, but that only enhances the flavor of the meat, which has kind of been almost dried up in a smoker.
I'm happily eating this thing down and be like, huh? As I hold the rest of the platter out to everybody. Just remember to save some one.
Sure. So, Boom Crash takes a stick and starts chowing down.
Right. Are you guys looking for anything else here?
Not in particular.
Not particular, at least for today. There's the golden hour, and we're kind of getting dinner.
Alright, you guys head down to the Gawking Human. And, yeah, Amon is there, awaiting at a table, kind of just brooding, looking at everybody else pass by as they take care of their business and count out their diamonds, getting ready for any spells that they might need to cast.
I give Mom one of the yakitoris. I'm on. You couldn't get any chickens, but we got this thing if you want to try it.
I was like, sure. Uh, actually, I'm gonna do a divination. So
Is it a good
uh,
idea to eat this?
no, I'm not gonna waste my question on that. So I'm gonna be up to that. If you have any specific question that you want to ask for the journey ahead, you can offer suggestions.
My concerns seem to be more with the other stuff we have to deal with after this whole ordeal is done.
Have you figured out your thing at all, or no?
Not really. I've gotten some insights on maybe how I should think about things, go about with my own actions, but primordials aren't as they don't seem quite to function the same way as the other gods.
Yeah, they seem more like a path to life, not really a. I don't know.
It's a different sort
calling.
of yeah. It's still kind of neat though. Definitely a new experience.
Wow, you guys are contemplating that. I'm going to cast divination.
Okay. Set up your candles and incense. Is it the incense for this one, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And it fills the room with a pleasant aroma. Are you doing this out in the open, or did you go back to your rooms?
I thought we were all in the rooms, or are we?
You can go to your rooms, yeah.
I went
Yeah,
wherever you were.
because I wouldn't meet you guys in the lobby.
That's fair. That's actually very accurate.
Yeah, I mistakenly put you in the lobby in my head, but you're probably in your room. The table is covered with incense and prayers and whatnot that have been arranged carefully, and yeah, after the room fills with incense, you are given the opportunity to speak. What do you ask of your deities or whoever might be listening?
All right. Neural. What is the myself and my companions are seeking a way to the Halcyon, on our way to the Halcyon Cascade, um, to fulfill your quest. And I must ask, what is the most important thing that we should be aware of for this mission to succeed?
Hold on. Let me read Commune. I would like to read it before I...
Divination.
Oh,
It's,
Divination. Got it.
yeah.
I know that they're all slightly different, so I want to make sure I'm true to the
Mhm.
text. There's a truthful reply.
This is a full sentence reply. Is a vague thing. Commune. If once we have a more specific idea, then I can ask. But yeah.
One's yes, no, one's vague sentences.
Okay. Reply might be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Okay. So,
As long as I interpret the dance, it should be fine.
can you say the question again, now that I know what I'm divining?
Okay.
Just the summary. I know you said the rest.
Yeah. So, what is the most important thing that we should be aware of in order to make our journey to the Halcyon, our mission to the Halcyon Cascade a success? It's vague, open ended, and hopefully we won't get an equally vague and open ended answer.
You feel a sort of pinprick on the palm of your hand, and you see blood welling up in it. You tilt your hand onto the desk, and the blood drips out and arranges itself into text. It says, and what does it say? Shouldn't do these at 11:30.
It's 30 minutes to figure it out.
The divination says,
I mean, you could just say call again later. I mean, if you really want to be a dick about it.
I could. And in fact, I think I will say that it says something in a language that you know, but it is not common. You ponder on its meaning before conferring with your allies. I'll give you a text later.
All right, sounds good. We can move on then.
Yeah, that's mainly what I'm concerned about. Ugh, I was
It's
not
like
ready
30
for that.
Yeah, like it's like 30 minutes of like, what can I say?
What can I say that's vague and also, like,
It-
truthful?
yeah, because it has to be truthful. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll come up with something and I'll send it to you, and I'll make sure that everybody gets it at the next session. I'll probably put it in
All
the
right.
Discord notes anyway.
Mhm.
You ponder on this. There's much to consider, obviously.
Can you fix my tooth?
Uh, I'm going to. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I have.
You must give a truthful reply.
Oh yeah. I'm just. Hold on. That's not how much it costs, is it? Let me check something.
The price of Raider Restoration.
Yeah, apparently it's not. Oh. We need to turn it into dust, though. That's the problem. I got a solid diamond. I need a diamond dust.
Okay, that has to do with value, so DM discretion. Does that really matter, or would it just be we use a whole diamond instead?
You can also
Yeah.
just, you have multiple diamonds, you can just grind them together. That's how they make diamond dust.
That's fair. Okay.
Only diamond is strong enough to destroy diamond.
Only magic can defeat magic as well, so.
Right.
Smush some diamonds together to make the dust.
I'm pretty sure it takes more effort than that, but sure. You go ahead. Just bang those blocks.
We tie a diamond to a stick and the other one to an anvil and just keep on whacking at it until it breaks apart.
I mean, if you want to do that, you might be able to, like, get a tradesman or something in the city to do that tomorrow.
Ugh,
I
fine.
mean, I'm sure Thrazir can handle it, so.
There's like isn't there like a workshop down in the lower levels?
If it's jewelry, you
so.
probably want to deal with the upper level. The upper level is where I got the jewel in the first place. So we'll start from the top tomorrow, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Now a slingshot.
Yeah,
Oh.
what? Why?
Oh, also, before we retire, you guys retire for the night, I want to say there is a location that sells flying carpets. If you guys are interested,
Hmm,
It's actually kind of badass.
that could be interesting.
so
And the
you guys
guy
are
doesn't get many customers, so we can probably swindle him down a bit.
Okay, that could be worth negotiating. Does he have anything else?
Nice
he-
clothes.
He also had a cloak of protection. Was it resistance? I forget if it's
I
resistance.
think it was protection. He had
Yeah.
some shiny stuff. All of his gems were embedded in the clothing.
Okay.
Cloak of protection.
It could be interesting. It's worth checking out.
But the carpet was like 400,000 or
It was
40,000,
40,000, yeah.
40,000.
Okay.
I can
Yeah.
afford it.
Yeah, we can, but
I was pointing him out. I'm gonna point him out. Like this one wanted me to buy it regardless, but the
I mean,
I
portable horse shenanigans aside, you could have Mao do stupidly silly stealth missions with that, like flying with people in the hall.
I mean, technically, we don't have a Pegasus right now to fly us around, so.
I mean, I think the carpet's also more inconspicuous than a Pegasus too. So like, aerial advantage wise, you could get to random places, let everybody out, and then collect everybody and fly away.
that could be interesting. Yeah, it's
Wait a minute. Didn't the Red Raven have a flying carpet?
She did.
Yeah.
Hers is really only able to fit one person on it, which
It's just
coincidentally
the fact
is
that she had it.
also the fastest one. The one that Fossil carries is the largest one that moves the slowest, but it could probably fit like 3 of you on it, maybe 4.
And I'm just thinking in terms of being able to reverse things. Since Mao's the sneaky one, you could do silly things where we're in the hole. She flies with maybe one other person, and then lets everybody out every so often. It's more sneaky.
Yeah.
This.
It could be, like, strategically, it could be interesting, especially for, like, even in combat, like, having someone to do, like, aerial fire.
Also, basically a sniper, so she could fly, hide somewhere, come out, fly, hide somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Again,
also
could
have,
be interesting.
I have a question about magic carpet. It is an attunement item, right? The reason I'm wondering is because, like, shenanigan wise, is it like, would Mao be the one who can activate it, or would, like, anybody who grabs it from her bag be able to just be like, okay, my turn to use it, I'm gonna fly up?
I didn't think it was, but now that you've said that, I'm gonna go flippy through the DM's guide. No,
We're
it's
not
not. It's not attunement. There's no attunement on it.
Okay, yeah, no, I say we get this, because even in worst case scenario, if Mao goes down, somebody else could grab it and fly her out into safety. Like, it's versatile use.
So, okay.
How about transportation's useful?
Yeah.
We'll visit tomorrow then. We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can haggle a little bit, especially if we're deciding to buy multiple things, so it could be good.
I mean, what else are we gonna do with all the money right now?
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, I've just been like copying spells in the spell book, but I like having a little bit around because
Yeah,
it's
nest egg is
useful, but yeah, it's we have money, so we might as well spend it, but we don't have to spend it all here.
Very true.
I suppose is my point.
It's expensive here, yeah. Plus,
It
we
is
might
expensive.
have someone who owes a lot of taxes on his place if he ever decides to be alive again.
Yeah.
Sell that thing again. We'll see how that works out.
Mm.
When we venture back to Aloria, just between everybody, I think we gotta have a game plan going on, which is why I personally like to see if we could revisit the Tanagrin situation, see if we could get some allies from there and from the Giants.
Oh, from the I thought you were about to say Tanagrin. I was gonna be like, are you crazy?
Oh no, we basically, the plan would be to liberate her tower, see if anybody under her control would be able to do a switchy side thing, and see if any of the Giants would be willing to help.
I mean, all of those people in Jackal wears against an army of Allure, I don't think they're gonna get very far. Now, the Fire Giants, maybe.
I mean, every little bit can help. You don't need to necessarily have an army. The best way to win a battle when it's a war is to not have the armies fight each other. It's to take out the key players. But
Well, then we have to take out the key players instead of just throwing farmers into swords and letting them spear themselves to death.
But setting up a distraction to get us in there is a pretty useful idea.
Did we leave the Incandarags offspring alive?
No, they died.
Oh, they died once they found out that you killed their dad or whatever.
I know,
They
she's
turned
mad.
on you.
I just forgot if we just sort of stunned her and let her be, or if we
No. That little shit tried to fucking kill me and eat me in one shot. So no, that thing did not live.
I think I tried to do a medicine check and it failed as well, and then I couldn't stay any longer because Crash was pissed.
Oh, I was real pissed.
Can we talk about how you keep reviving the people that we're trying to kill?
Was there any other time?
I think there was one other, but just curious. Are we the bad? Are we the good guys?
I don't necessarily regret that instance, except for the unfortunate collateral with Boom Crash, because it seemed
Crash has given you a stink eye.
Okay, Boom Crash, I understand, but we made it out of there for the most part fine, but like, so many people were manipulated in that situation, including the dragons, including the fire giants, like the whole thing was...
It was tragic, but ultimately, my priorities have been and always will be with the flock. I don't care about anybody else. I can't. My priority has to be the ones that I am closest to. That includes you three. Baby dragon, bitch, doesn't count.
Fair. Anyway, I think ideally I'd like to see if I could stay in. I'd like to see if we could gather strength until I could either get my powers back or figure out something, but also to get my armor done. So I'd probably need to check in on Smolder and see how it's coming along.
Oh yeah,
She did
Chris.
say 4 days.
I know that the we are avoiding asking my divination and such, but I do have commune as well. So next time, once we figure out what's being said,
I might be able to get you one now.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Um,
want to ask. I don't want to ask now because the thing that you revealed to me might require more context and such.
No, I think I might be able to get you the context that you need. You are given simply a one-word response that says reflect.
All right. First question with communion. Are you fucking with me? Okay. Seriously.
Yes.
So like the reflect. That's the most important thing. Um. All right. I'm gonna be dumb.
You tell the rest of us what it said.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to be very dumb about this and say like, we need to get mirrors.
Or mirrors are going to kill us.
I don't think that's necessarily what it meant. This might be the bias of me going on a journey of self-discovery, but I'm on. When you were negotiating with the Primordium Court, it kind of sounded like you also couldn't verbalize what you wanted either.
What are you getting at?
I don't know. Maybe he wants Amon to think about something.
I'm asking the rule. Like, the what others think of me is irrelevant. I do not care what the world thinks of me.
I mean, what Nerul thinks of you might be important if you're trying to serve him.
Are you trying to say that he needs to reflect on maybe what the genie lord said?
Not necessarily that. Well, maybe kind of. Your end goal is to sever the ties to the false god because the souls are getting collected by him. That's kind of what it is.
What? He's not false. I just don't like him. That's all.
I mean, he seems like a pretty bad guy, considering the company he was keeping before and the things they were doing. I'd hate to kind of imagine what happens to those souls if they're under his control. To be honest, that's the only reason why not for nothing I'm on that. Despite your pretty harsh methods and your kind of very strategic outlook, it doesn't seem like what you're doing is something that's like evil or ill-intended. But I think you gotta kind of figure out what your motivation is in that regard.
Motivation is very clear. It is vengeance, and it will be done one way or the other. And I finally have a backing of someone who agrees, and I will get this done.
What happens to us after the vengeance is complete? When we
I will fulfill whatever other bloodshed you guys desire, but I will get this done. For once, I am very close.
It's a pretty strong conviction.
I mean, conviction needs to have meaning too.
Meaning
we're
is
still gonna
one's
be
own
with you.
purpose, though. You can't define somebody else's purpose.
Yeah.
It'll be done, one way or the other. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's fine. All I'm saying is after my vengeance, we're going on a vacation forever, and you're all invited, but don't fuck me over.
That's fair.
Fuck you over on the vacation? Like steal your sunscreen?
So, anyway, that's what if it just says reflect, that is.
It is pretty vague.
Yeah, it is very unhelpful.
But true.
So. Okay, reflection is the most important thing to get this thing done. So, either way, I'm gonna go buy a mirror.
I mean, I have a mirror. I pull one out of my bag.
All right, everyone.
It also could do with it's the water elemental, so reflection in water as well.
It's difficult to enter the temple without some sort of reflection.
What I'm suspecting is that we might. Okay, if that's the case, we might have to deal with illusions.
Yeah.
All right, I say we deal with things that deal with illusions. So both of your anything that can help with that, we will seek it out on the next day. And to me,
Yeah.
that seems like the most worthwhile thing. Yeah.
I'll look and see what kind of spells I can get for that.
Also, didn't Miss Spitter say something about like it being more of like a metaphor? Like finding it isn't actually, you don't just go there. You can't just find it. It's like a telling a story or a metaphor or something like that.
I
It's
think they were
always
saying the place is itself kind of a dreamlike thing.
Yeah, so if reflections or reflect water, then I don't like any of this.
We need a mirror to make the portal. I've
We're
still
gonna
not
have some
I'm
weird
confused
MC
with-
Escher shit, but instead of stairs, it's gonna be a bunch of puddles and portals. Just saying.
Nope.
either way. I think the important thing is that we prepare the best we can in a more practical sense. If you guys have any other ideas, I'm all ears. If not, then we should. Oh yeah. Also, I got a note giving me an invitation to this. I'm gonna hand out the paper. What do you make of this?
Can Zoom and Boom Crash know that this is like like a booty call? Like
Mal will mimic what the person did. Be like, yeah, she kind of handed it over like this, and did this little shake and shimmy and a wink.
to Aman, and I look at his like he looks better, right? But he still looks kind of grizzled.
Amon, are you interested in like the birds and the bees? Or the birds and the birds, as it were? Like
I give Goose
sexual
a nudge
intercourse?
down.
No, I am not.
Well then maybe don't go, because it sounds to me like this is a
Booty call.
invitation.
They like what you got, Aman. They want to get intimate with you physically.
I groan in I got a groan in annoyance, and just fold the note away. It's like needless distractions.
Did you? I know you don't talk about your past life too much, but did you ever have like a significant other or anything?
No, everything is dead. We will not speak this.
Not before. I don't mean to pry too hard.
Well, you're prying pretty hard.
That's kind of fair. But now you've kind of piqued my curiosity.
It's like
I know it must have been pretty rough, but did you have like somebody close to you before everything went
I
dirty?
gotta say this. Like I would worry about your current situation.
I
Like
guess that's fair.
interpersonal conflict seems to be your forte, not mine.
Well, I'll deal with it myself then. But I don't know. If you ever want to talk about it, we're here for you.
But I'm glad that you asked for clarification, because we're here to help and support you. And she gives you sort of like a gentle pat on the shoulder, and it's like, let me know if there's anything else I can do. I'll research in the library and see if there are any spells that I can get that I think would be useful in this instance.
Also, reflection and such. And speaking of, what other things do you think we'll need for this journey? Because we're probably not going to be able to come back for a while.
You mean back to this place, or
Yeah,
or
because
we're gonna be out in time for a bit?
when we're going to be in the journey, we're not going to be able to go back and forth in any kind of convenience. So
I mean, we
Oh.
don't know how long it's going to take, but the lamp is going to bring us back, right? The whole thing was to like
lamp-
rub it
the lamp-
and take command.
Just basically adventuring supplies since be the get-go. You can conjure food, right? If anything,
yes.
making sure that you'd be able to do that, and maybe we bring supply emergency rations just in case something happens to that.
Oh,
I have-
and since you guys are not so picky about spending your material wealth, if you can acquire more bedazzled bowls, you can have your feast. For once, I would oblige and give you a feast worth having.
Wait, we all
Be
need
like
bowls?
the-
I already bought a bowl.
More is good because the bowl is consumed every time I do my thing.
Fuck. That was an
Okay.
expensive bowl.
Yeah, don't get too attached.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you gotta consume it, like the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm good with gruel.
Gotta eat the entire bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. Do we think 9 healing gems, greater healing potions, is sufficient?
I mean, we could always go to see if we could seek out Thrazir to see if he has healing gems as well. Having more heals between people is kind of useful.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of bowls, I'm gonna take out the jeweled bowl that I have and empty a flask into it.
Also, if you can
Key.
get
Who has it?
if you can get diamond dust, that is important.
Run with the key now.
I was just gonna see if it worked.
I'm just kind of.
It is all. It is basically a compass, so
Right. So it's just gonna
Yeah.
point in a direction.
yeah.
I think Boom Crash had the key, right? Or who was
No, I don't have it.
I'll rummage
So-
through my
that's the
stuff.
key.
I probably. Well, I grabbed it from Smolder, so I probably still have it. I thought I gave it
Yeah.
back. to somebody.
There you
It's not in my inventory. It
I-
it should be in someone's inventory.
I drop it into the bowl while everyone is talking about diamond dust.
Right? You drop it into the filled water vessel, and it floats in spite of its heft of being made of iron, and it spins kind of idly by until it suddenly stops in place, pointing off in a direction. Unfortunately, you're not sure if you're north, south, east, or west while you're in Phamlidanh, but it seems to know where it's going.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
kinda
good.
works. Just figured I'd check.
Also, we probably got to think about the best way to get to the Scablands from here. Would we take a bigger portal? Would we want to do a teleportation pad to like some other place? Like,
Or we could just walk out.
well, does this push us out in the Scablands? Because I think that was implied that this place doesn't always have the same exit space, does it?
Yeah, we could go to New Dawn and teleport to New Dawn and check in on Piss Wizard and Rizzo again.
Know about like are there portals out to a specific portion of the material plane from here? Like, can you choose something or ask a wizard to teleport you someplace specific?
Not sure.
This is okay.
Yeah, but we don't know where we're going from here, so why would we waste that insane amount of money to get a teleport?
Going to New Dawn might also not be the best idea given the current political situation.
It wasn't the best political situation when we were there the first time.
We
help it.
We saw a battle recently of forces.
Yeah,
and we
but
were
it
there-
wasn't at New Dawn specifically. New Dawn is still a walled-in city.
True.
Fair enough, but getting out of it
Yeah,
might be an issue.
they haven't been
off.
invaded yet, and if there is invasion, that's good for us because it means that we can slip out in the chaos.
Okay.
I don't know. It seems like I would prefer that we like picked an anchor place, some place that we're familiar with, to then base our direction off of, rather than do a shot in the dark.
Get that. I'm just worried about the more material conflict, maybe complicating things.
What do you mean material conflict?
The war, basically. That's all I'm saying.
The what?
War.
I
'Cause
can't hear you.
He's
Yeah, it's
saying
hard to hear
war,
you.
I think. It's just very
War.
quiet.
Oh, okay.
Cutting out.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's also like we're not teleporting directly into an active war zone as far as we know, and we can scry on New Dawn and check and see what the situation is.
That's a good point.
I mean, even if you
So-
do just leave Phamlidanh, you can always do a teleportation circle.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
So
I don't know. You know, I'm not into the whole magic thing, but I feel like there's something else to this stupid compass. You know, like how we ended up getting here. We just sort of went to the random place and the compass didn't like let us go and straight.
yeah, it was like we had to fulfill some requirements before like sacrifices before we could gain entry.
Yeah, it's like a proof of will or our convictions as it keeps popping up in all these damn temples. Maybe we just need to will ourselves there, put it in. Oh, no, it said in a vessel. I was like, we can just put it in the ocean. It'll tell us exactly where to go. No. I mean, I don't know. But we should get a nice rest. You're babysitting us, right, Amon?
Sure.
You're not going to be able to sleep until tomorrow, are you?
His eyes are still glowing.
Like perfect daylight right now?
How's that feel anyway? How you doing there, buddy?
Your eyes feel heavy, but they refuse to close.
It's fine. It's just dry.
Okay, if you say so. Do you want anything to drink or want some more of the chicken? Or the taiyaki?
Oh, at this point, it's cold now because I've asked a question, so I'm just gonna eat it. And it's just like I'm just gonna like nonchalantly just chew on it with my mouth open. Nom,
Yeah,
nom, nom.
I'm gonna go over like here and just go lay down.
Got 2 rooms.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into my room and go lay down. Fuck you and your open mouth chewing.
Okay. I guess you guys can take a good old long rest. Nobody's really taken a lot of damage or anything, but you get any relevant spells back that you might need.
Oh, wait. Unload into Amon's wand thing.
Okay.
Which sounds supremely sexual now that I am repeating that back to
I
myself.
mean, if you
but-
wanted to go meet Ash, then, like...
Yeah. But, so, Amon,
Oh,
you
I
get
wanted
the
to do one.
gambit of 3 5th level, 2 3rd level.
21 so far.
Shocking, right. So that's 3 2nd level. And the 1st level. Where is it? Do I have one? Oh, yeah, I do have one. You have 4 1st levels. So.
Alright, I am at the 59 charge for the Rado absorption, so it's good to have downtime.
You can get
Okay.
another one, but only if you punch me.
No,
Okay.
you're a tooth.
I just want to look for Tanagrin's name in the cultist list.
You do not find it on that list.
Tanagrin's probably the fake name that they took. You're not gonna have an actual name.
Amon, how
mean,
many
but-
charges does that rod have at this point?
59 total.
59?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Okay, here we go. I think. Continue.
Chris is realizing it needed a cap.
Well, the cap is 100, but if it's 100, then it can't absorb anything. It's normally meant to like fluctuate back and forth, but
Mhm.
we've had enough downtime where it's not much of an issue, and we're in a relatively safe location. So, we're not afraid to dump our.
Out of curiosity, the way it works is you can expel the slots to cast spells of the same level. That's how it works.
Up to level 5.
Level 5, but that means you're technically a healing machine since that doesn't require any material components, right?
That is correct. It was
So
mean,
it can only absorb up to 50 levels worth of spells, by the way.
What?
It can only absorb up to 50 levels worth of spells.
Okay.
And now that it has lost all of its abilities to absorb any more. So you have 50 spell slots stored. It cannot absorb anymore.
That's perfectly fine then.
That's a lot.
This.
Yeah. Once it's out of spell slots, it will be a non-magical rod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, so I get it. So it absorbs as much as possible, and then once it depletes, then it's gone.
Yeah.
So the fact that we overloaded it sort of made it into something that can only deplete now.
Well, not even. It just is that way. It can only absorb 50 levels of spells.
Okay.
Yeah, even if it was over time or in one instance, it's still 50.
Okay.
I got it. Okay.
Okay.
That sounds less broken now.
It does. I don't know why I didn't get it before, but now I kind of do. Now that it's hit the 50.
Infinite
In that
spells.
case, I'll put the level at 50, and then after that, I can actually ditch it. That'll be nice to keep track of.
Yeah. Count
That's a
down
nice amount
instead
of
of
healing
counting
stuff.
up and down.
That's actually a lot more. That's actually a lot better now. Yeah.
Inventory wise, it's nicer.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything tonight?
Not causing trouble, and I'm being good in the bedroom and going to bed.
I'm cooing over my spell book because I am very, very happy. I'm a happy burb.
Okay.
I'll just take to the primordials.
Okay. And Amon, with your vigilant watch, it's kind of bright in there for Zumasu. You might wanna head out or something. If you have anything you want to do.
Uh, I guess I'll just stand in the hallway.
Okay, you stand in the hallway, proving yourself a nightlight for those seeking the lavatory. Please laugh.
I got it. I got it. You
Okay.
don't need to repeat. Shh. Shh. Keep it to yourself.
We didn't groan.
So, anyway, Zumasu, I'm gonna have you make a religion check for the night as you're pondering over the lessons you've learned today.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. You ponder over those primordials that you kind of either paid homage to or learned from or learned about. And the more you ponder them, the more you wonder if it really is right to just worship one of them, because each of them isolated and only worshipping one of them at a time can be freeing or, useful, but also damaging as it sort of pushes yourself too far in one direction. You think maybe like a bit of balance between them all might be a better option, but even then, what does that accomplish you? It's more of a way of thinking than actual worship, isn't it? If you constantly move from one thing to the next, you can never enjoy the present or the past. If you're constantly letting things wash off of you and remaining pure, you can never find new things. If you're constantly not moving as a heavy mountain, you can't really accept change and you're just living in that present. And ambition, of course, has its own downsides with too much of it consuming everything in its path. And yeah, kind of ponder this for a while.
Yep.
Alright, well, I think that's it for today. So, we will continue our day 3 in Phamlidanh next week. So, thank you everybody that came out to watch. You can watch this Dorkvision stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can watch our Eternal Undermountain stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10. It's with a different group of people going through the Undermountain, and I also do a Thursday stream now with a bit of Q&A if I'm up to it. In the meantime, you can find my books on DriveThruRPG as well as on the DM's Guild. I think that's it. Next time we'll see what Day 3 in Phamlidanh brings them. Day 4 will at least bring Zumasu his armor.
Oh.
So we'll see if maybe Zumasu can get his oath back, or if Boomcrash can find all the spells that she wants, or if Amon can find what the fuck to reflect upon, and if Mao can find something to steal. Okay. Let's do the outro. Well, I need to try and do this, so I'm gonna try and go raid somebody. If anybody has any suggestions on D&D people that they might want to raid, definitely pop them in, because I do not know who to raid.
Sunday nights is tough at
I
this
know, it's very
time.
late, and that's why I'm like,
Yes.
I don't know if I should bother.
Go raid Cave Geek Art.
Well, there are some D&D groups that are still online. I don't know any of them personally, so let's... Have any recommendations? Okay,
None that's on mine. But pay it forward is the best way to go.
I know.
He's also making a demonic scroll right now that was for a Kickstarter. And the person who did research on the script pulled the incantations from a book and has changed the names of the demon. So there's also a little bit of a do not read out loud that comes with his art.
Alright, well, I'll try sending it to Cave Geek since it's the only one we have to go on. So, yeah, thanks again, everybody. Let's go raid somebody. Cave Geek Art. Okay. Sending you all over. Yeah, see you guys next time in
Good night.
Phamlidanh. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Adios.
Have a good week.
Take care.